Hello everyone, I hope you can all hear me clearly over the music that doesn't involve all of the cannon shots that I can see happening in the distance, which is just as well, I suppose. Otherwise this would be a very interesting way to begin the stream. Hello, yes, first time streaming on YouTube. So yeah, shenanigans abound, by the way. Expect shenanigans. Don't expect a smooth and easy ride. This is going to be a little bit weird. Right, hopefully you can all hear me clearly and not too loud compared to the game. That probably changed throughout the game because, you know, Avorion does have peaks and troughs when it comes to sound. And yes, right now it's still the starting soon screen, and that's by design because, you know, I'll introduce you to the game when I'm sure that everything else is going okay. As a foreword, the first couple of minutes of this stream are going to be full of me checking things, so, you know, be aware of that. If you're watching this after the fact, I hope you can forgive me. It is the first time that I'm streaming on YouTube, so there's a lot of things that are happening, and like it looks like the page is, you know, just full of gibberish and actually winking at me sometimes. I don't know where I am anymore. But yes, I hope you're all doing all right. It is a little bit late for my British/European viewers, and it's probably getting towards, you know, the later part of evening for my American/Canadian viewers. I hope you've all had a good day, evening, possibly very early morning so far, everyone. Oh, Mr. Jujux, I was about to go to bed because it's 1 AM here, but now you started streaming. Why now? Wow. If you haven't worked this out about me, I don't keep normal hours when it comes to sleep. I sleep as little as I possibly can because sleep is basically pretending to be dead. And I know. I don't get on with sleep. Me and sleep, not the best of relationships so far. Okay, I suppose everything else is looking okay. I guess it's time for us to flick off the starting soon screen. Badonk! There we go. We should now all be able to see Avorion in its gloriousness. I'm hoping that it's, you know, reasonably good quality as well. We're not dropping too many frames. Again, first time streaming on YouTube, so yeah, expect shenanigans. Lots of shenanigans, in fact. So many shenanigans. Right, well, at the moment, I'm actually on the Dapperling Avorion server. For those of you who are on the Discord server, you already know where I am and what I'm doing. For those of you who aren't, who we got here? We got Isdar, Leon, White Star, Yawning One, and Fluttershy. Hello, everyone. Don't worry, I already let them know I was going to be streaming, so, I mean, you know, if they say anything that's specifically personal, it's like forewarned was forearmed. They had the option not to say it. Could you please pop over here? Escort me, Void Walker. Come hither. We need to do some Avorioning. That's right, Lady Shelab. It's always late for someone. At a very, very good point. Very good point. You're a star, Avak. How often you check in the chat? As often as I can. Now, there were options. There's going to be a little bit of chat latency, so I hope you can forgive me. There's going to be two reasons why I might not see your message in chat. One, if the chat starts moving too fast, that might be an issue. Two, if I'm in the middle of a fight and I'm, you know, trying to scramble for my life and not get my ship blown up, I might completely miss all of the chat for like a few minutes. And three, there's a slight delay between when you type the message and when I see it versus where we are in the stream. There is a slight delay. There was an option to have that going much faster and have a much smaller delay, like much closer to real time. But that would mean that people wouldn't be able to move back and forth in the stream if they miss a bit and want to rewatch, you know, if they have to go off to get a cup of tea. And I wouldn't want to discourage people from going and getting cups of tea if they're thirsty. My lord, what kind of person would I be denying them tea? So yeah, there'll be a little bit of a delay. Greetings, Dark Lord Havak. Oh, I mean, you know, thank you for the honorific. Not sure that I entirely approve. Dark Lord, why? Strange to see you stream on YouTube. Yeah, this is the first time. Yeah, you know, I saw all the cool kids were doing it. Thought I'd check it out a little bit. There we are. Back in a ship that can actually, you know, look at an enemy without exploding. Hooray, happy days. Oh, poor Isdar. The mindless early game grind. Don't worry, Isdar. In fact, if you're not already in the Alliance, let me get you in here with us. Donk. Let's see. Is Isdar in here? No. There you go. Welcome to the Alliance. If you accept, I mean, you don't have to. Some early game materials in there. In fact, let me top that up a little bit as well. Let me top that up a wee bit with an extra bit of titanium, so you can build your starting ship without having too much of a grind there. Enough extreme. Just as I thought I was done for the day. I'm happy that so many people are excited about watching the stream, despite the incredibly late time that I've decided to do it. To be fair though, I've been pottering around for about an hour trying to make sure that everything was right. There's a lot more things to do with a YouTube stream than a Twitch stream, or at least the first time. You know, I guess that's true of all streams really. Okay, my ship is not the most, or how to say this diplomatically, it's not the most glorious of vessels, but I think it has a certain charm. It has nice sharp features. Some might even call it handsome in the right light. But we could certainly do better than this, given enough materials and also enough time. And we're probably just going to be chilling out on the stream tonight. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming for, by the way. I'm just going to be enjoying myself, honestly, and playing around with some of the other Dapperlings. That being said, you know what? I think I need to make a little ship here just to protect this sector and also to mine it. Mostly to mine it, actually. Very little protection, mostly mining. So I might build a little mining ship just to make sure that I have plenty and lots of neonite. Hazeldo, I don't think I'll recognize anyone from the Dell on this chat. That might actually be true. Now, if anyone would like to join us on Dapper Dell, what I've tended to be doing is occasionally I'll throw a Discord link into a video or into onto Twitter, or occasionally when I stream, and that's going to be much the same here. The links never last for particularly long, and that's by design. I don't want to flood the server, and more or less I want anyone who's on there to actually want to be there. I just think it builds a nicer atmosphere. So during these times when I'm streaming, this is the perfect time to ask for a Discord link. Lady Shilab has already been provided with one. It'll last for a day, so if you're watching this stream like more than one day in the future, yeah, it's already expired. Don't worry, I'll probably be streaming fairly frequently. It shouldn't be too hard for you to pick up a link, but do ask Shilab and she should be able to provide the link for you. Have I played X3 Terran Conflict or any of those in the series? I have played X3 and I like it. Well, yeah, more, kind of. I can't remember which one was the one I didn't like. It might have actually been X3. It might have been X2 that I played. Regardless, though, on principle, yes, I like the X games. They're extremely fun, and it's the sort of, it's very similar to this game, really. So you know, it stands to reason that I'd like it. One of the more recent ones, though, I think the recent one, it kind of, I mean, it had a troubled launch, and I haven't really checked it out since then. I kind of like, nah, this isn't my X game, and I went back to the previous version and continued building my space empire full of factories and trawlers and fighter ships, and it was great. Maybe I should actually check out the latest one again. It might have changed. You know what? I'm configured for salvaging. Well, since I'm configured for salvaging, I may as well salvage. You're not dead, so I probably shouldn't try to salvage you. That would be kind of rude. Let's see. You love the look of the ship. Oh, thank you very much, Leon. That's very kind of you. Such a dapper individual. Right. Have we got any particularly big wrecks around here? You're a wreck, and you got 5,000 titanium. Yeah, sure. That can replace some of the titanium that I just stuck into the vault for Isdar. The latest one is still trash. Okay. Maybe I won't check that one out then, Isdar. Thanks for the warning. I don't know. I mean, it had a lot to like. It just, compared to the previous games, it also had a lot to not like, which was a bit of a shame, really. When you think about it, it's like, well, you had this awesome game, and then you kind of threw it away. But you know what? I will say this, and I know this is not a popular opinion. you know, well, there's lots of opinions I have that aren't popular, but I very strongly feel that games, you should try out new things. So I'm not going to criticize a developer for being willing to change the formula. That's how progress happens. Sometimes you just need to change for the sake of change. Because something has been the same way forever doesn't mean it should be. That's certainly the safe option, but it's not the one that'll lead to, you know, discovering glory accidentally. And yeah, you know, I support them changing the formula up. I support them doing new things with their IP. You know, it's not that my support matters. It's their IP. They can do with it what they want. But I do like it when companies try risky new things, and sometimes the risks don't pay off, you know. And you know, I'm not going to just play a game because well done you for trying something new. I'll praise them for trying something new, and then I'll say you done goofed. You kind of, yeah, this is bad. This is not a good thing. Well done for trying though. I approve, but I'm still not going to play your game. Sorry. Better luck next time. I hope you continue to try new things. You know, I bought the game, so you know, as far as their support goes, I did my bit. But yeah. Sometimes you try and you fail, and that's fine. You just gotta pick yourself up and try something new. I'm a big fan of change, even if it is just for the sake of change, because otherwise stagnation occurs, and that's just a terrifying thing. How are the ferrets? Oh, they're very well, very cuddly. They're gaining their winter coat at the moment. And Midna's tail is growing back through, as I pretty much knew it would. Though still wiping grease off it. She's basically a spotty teenager, and it's kind of endearing, really. But yeah, her winter coat is coming through now. So she's actually even more oily than normal, but it's like a really good kind of oil that's encouraging new fur, and she's become, like, her tail is filling out again, which, oh, bless her. I'm very glad for that, because she did look like a massive odd one out. Even more of an odd one out than Ciri, and Ciri's pure white. So, yeah, that was bad times. The other two, though, they're shedding and gaining fur, and being especially cuddly. Tally has mostly been wanting to sleep in people's shirts and or jackets or hoodies or whatever really she can get in where it's nice and warm and next to someone else, and she's completely content. Though that does lead to occasions where I'm kind of imprisoned. Not strictly against my will, I guess. I kind of accept it, but still. Ooh, I am picking up cargo. This must not be illegal cargo. That is very nice. I like it. Oh, look at 27942 and look to the trail of random stars north. Okay. Let's have a quick glance at this. Oh my lord. Alright. Exodus, I'm sure. Yeah, okay. Well done, Leon. Well done. I mean, to be fair, you're doing much the same that Zach did down here. A couple of people, you know, they're just too good. They're too good for hyperlanes. It's not their thing. They don't do all of that going where other people have gone thing. No. They're trailblazers. They have to find new and undiscovered locations to quench their thirst for adventure. Well done, you guys. Well done. I approve. Hey, Bentham. How you doing, mate? There we go. Hello, future Avak. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Yeah, more or less. I accidentally left the stream. Curse you, phone. Oh, don't curse the phone. It was trying its best. That's horrible. Bad workman blames his tools. Just accept that it was a mistake. Move on. Learn from it. Poor phone. How do you expect the phone to treat you in the future? The phone's going to start intentionally just like deleting your messages now. And you'll have brought it on yourself. Ooh, are you Trinium? Oh, I hope so. I don't think you are, though, but you've kind of got that Trinium blue look to it. No. No, it would have said, that bad. Slow. Ugh. This ship is, I mean, it's a big ship. It's a slow, well, actually, it's not slow, and that's the problem. It accelerates really well. Brakes, though, I didn't really learn that one. I think it learned from a train. A train without brakes. Let's continue to salvage. I know this is not the most riveting thing in the world, but It allows me to follow chat and also talk nonsense, which yeah, is kind of quite nice. It's like the main appeal of streams. I hope the explosion sounds are not too loud. I mean, they're kind of always loud no matter what you do, but let me know if they're distractingly loud. Oh my lord. I just saw this pink thing hovering nearby. Oh, that's fantastic. I approve. I approve. You look glorious. Actually, I need to get a closer look. I desperately need to see that thing up close. And you don't really get a proper sense of scale when you're in a big ship. You need to explore in a drone. It's the only way. The only way. Here we are. Also, I'm like super slow. Oh, look at that. I love the detailing work. Oh, you've even got little lights. Oh, that's glorious. I love it when people go to the effort of putting like fluorescent lights on the side of their ship. It's amazing. A small group of alien ships appeared. Oh, that's fine. Oh, wait. No, that's not fine. Because they're no longer friendly until you do something. The Zotan are more or less always enemies. You go ahead and attack things. I'm just going to look at this ship. The nice thing is it's actually got salvaging beams. And salvaging beams are dangerous. If you use a salvager on a ship where someone's in, it does more or less exactly what you'd expect. Oh, I love the engine section. Well done. You put a lot of effort into that, I can see. That is actually really, really snazzy. Really snazzy. Crom always makes the best ships. Crom always makes the best ships. Glorious. I approve, Crom. You may now go and join in the battle. It's fine. I'm going to vamoose and move myself to somewhere where I'm not going to accidentally be destroyed by a stray bullet. Like behind an asteroid. It's probably a good place for me to be. I'll just park myself back here, you know. Just out of the way. Oh. Oh dear. Why are you being it? Oh yeah, it's like the rival teams. That's fine. I don't particularly care. Right. Strategy mode. It's now a button, which is actually particularly cool. How's my ship doing? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. They don't stand a chance. They should have thought better of jumping into this sector because we've got most of the players in here. Also, this sector is one of the very few with a decent navy. Hello, Ryan Jones. Hello, Avak and chat. This is new for you, Avak. Yes, I know. It's marvelous, isn't it? New things are always fun. I got Avorion on Avak's recommendation. Is there access to the Dapperling server? I'm at Dapperling. The reason. If you're already on the Dapperling Discord, then yes, of course it is. You just pop into the House of Fun. And then click on the pinned messages and look for the message that is from Zangiri. And that will have all of the gloriousness in it. It'll have the IP and also the password you need and all of that good stuff. Okay, Leon, no rush. It's fine. You're like a bajillion light years away. You don't need to stress yourself out there. It's fine. Is Avorion worth the money? See, I always struggle with this question. When someone asks, is X worth the money? Well, it's a highly personal question. It's worth the money to me, but I'm not you. You can make a reasonable assessment that if you like a lot of the same games that I do, and when I talk about what I like in a game, you're sat there like, yeah, that's exactly the same thing I like, then there's probably a good chance that you'll also like other games that I like. But if there's been times where I'm like, this is the best game ever, and you're like, are we even looking at the same game? I mean, I'm totally with you on Factorio, and yeah, it's true, Snake Pass literally does feel of happy, but this, no, this is garbage, and you're praising it. What? Witchcraft, I say. Well, in that case, yeah, just watch the stream or watch one of my previous series and make your mind up from that. But there have been too many times when people have said, Alec, I mean, it was great watching you play the game. You made it look so fun. That's always the worst part to hear. You made it look fun, because then it's like, I'm accusing you of shenanigans, sir. You lied to me. It was all a clever ruse to get me to spend my money on something I wouldn't like. I'm like, no, I was having fun. Didn't mean that you were going to. I was just sharing my experience. I always have fun. That's like both a blessing and a curse. Manglebot. I'm now up to Alak's response to my first message. I'm catching up. See, that's why I don't put the chat onto instantaneous, like real-time chat, is so that people can go back and like catch up to the stream. So yeah. Avak, is Dark Avak watching? I'll answer that question in a different way. I'm drinking coffee. And not just any coffee. I'm drinking Irish coffee. So make up your own mind, I guess. What's my ship doing? Is my ship attacking that poor defenseless person down there? I think he may be. Will you please stop trying to eat them? I know they must have been scallywags at some point because they're classed as enemies. Oh, I know what's happened. Someone else may have been through this space and picked a war with them. And because we're in an alliance, I've inherited the war. That's a bit of a pain, really. Oh, well. But yes. Okay, now, I've been chattering away, like usually I do. And hello to everyone who just suddenly joined and is saying hello. Hello to all of you. But yes, a lot has changed in Avorion since the last time I put up a video of it. You can make your own fighters now. You can literally design your own fighters, and your ship can build those fighters from a blueprint in its own hangar base. I mean, there's loads of other awesome things as well, but I won't trouble you with the boring stuff, because let's face it, that's all we ever wanted. That's all anyone ever playing this game ever wanted. It was the ability to design your own fighters along with your own ships, and then a ship to build those fighters that you designed, and then release them like a swarm of locusts upon an asteroid field, or a scrapyard, or other ships. You know, whatever your particular enjoyment of the game was. But really, guys, that just feels impossibly cool. You're just ganging up on it. And I'm fairly certain the Voidwalker isn't even using its main guns. It's like, yeah, I'm not using my main guns. I'm just kind of occasionally tickling it with searing hot light beams that are ripping its hull apart. It's mostly made of crew quarters, which is even worse, because then it's like, yeah, I'm salvaging the ship. Not just the ship, the people inside. Oh, it's great. It's great. I mean, you know, they don't actually account for much mass, so I don't end up building up a stock of, I don't know, like, you know, well, actually, I do build up a stock of, maybe that's the only thing, iron. But, you know, I haven't got all the other cool things that people are made of. I've actually not read Full Metal Alchemist in so long, I forget. Oh, man, I feel bad. I'm going to have to go and read Full Metal Alchemist again now. Just so I can remember how they described what a human was made of, because that was actually pretty cool to just be able to reel off. Currently, yeah, we only got Yawning 1. Is there anyone else nearby? Fluttershy isn't too far off. Fluttershy is an incredibly generous Dapperling. The chief amongst us to remind everyone that, you know that awesome gun you picked up like 8 sectors ago was telling everyone how amazingly awesome it was? And now that you're just saying that you've replaced it, yeah, you know what you can do? You can put it into the Dapperling vault, so other Dapperlings who have less awesome guns could become awesome like you. Instead of, you know, selling it for 8 bajillion credits. You could do that, but, you know, you're a Dapperling, not a scallywag, aren't you? You know, heavy emphasis. Fluttershy is the best of us. You know what? Please stop being a bully. Seriously, you're embarrassing me. Scorpion instead. I don't know. Some days. Let's go and kill some scallywags over there instead. Actual scallywags. Help! Pirates are on our tail and our engines are down. We're stranded here. I've been tricked too many times to give... Oh, my lord. Are you made... Wait. Are you made of trinium? You are. You are made of trinium. I mean, I really... You all heard me say that we should totally not be, like, tearing you apart. You all heard me say that. But, you see, the thing is... That was before I learned that you were made of something incredibly valuable to me. You know what? Let me just help you not be alive anymore, and then I'll like take all the bits out. Stop shooting the trinium bits. I want to salvage those. I'm gonna be here for a little while now. Hopefully this isn't too terribly loud. I can adjust the sound if I need to. Yeah, this is definitely the Dark Avak part. It's like, yeah, I could let you live, but you're made of something I really want. So, yeah, not happening. Sorry. I like your videos, Ava. Keep up the good work. Any news when you're going to record Avon Colony? Very soon, actually. Avon Colony would have been up today, except that I wanted to record XCOM instead. And I got up super late after being up until impossibly late trying to get Divinity Original Sin out. Oh, my lord. I love that game so much. It's such a fun RPG. Like, genuinely, it's a masterpiece RPG. However, you really do need to approach recording RPGs in a very different way to something like a tech game like this one. Mind you, that being said, no, what, no, what, no, what? I am the sad. He skedaddled. He must have just been trying to edge himself into a position where he could jet away. And we didn't kill him in time. Well, if only I hadn't been trying to be dapper, I would have realized he was made of trinium long ago and then instructed Voidwalker to just take him apart. But no, I had to be all dapper. This is where dapperness gets you. This is the double-edged sword of being quote-unquote a nice guy. Oh well. Thanks, Leon. I'm glad that amused you. Oh, so glad. Oh well. Let's see what's going on in here. Hey, Avak. Any chance you could do a shipbuilding episode another time? I really looked forward to seeing all your pretty ships in action. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. I mean, if I come back to doing Avorion, then that's certainly a possibility. And on that note, I mean, YouTube is an interesting place at the moment. There's a lot of things going on with YouTube, and some things are great, and some things are a little bit more difficult to rationalize spending like 8 hours on a single episode. But for those who have extremely kindly already used that shiny little sponsor button, those in chat who have a shiny little top hat icon next to their names, they are certainly going a ways toward freeing me from, well, the way I've put it previously, freeing me from financial worries that are tied to getting high views versus the amount of time that I'm putting into a series. Things like Avorion take an extremely long time, especially if I'm like doing a building episode, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I like to make pretty ships, and unfortunately pretty ships are a lot more time consuming than just, you know, space bricks with guns on. And so you come a cropper of the whole situation where you can't easily justify an 8-hour build unless you're getting, you know, hundreds of thousands of people watching the episode. And ooh, I need to switch these to control group 2 and activate watching ads, that sort of thing, because, you know, ultimately I gotta house the ferrets. It isn't so much me. I mean, I like the internet, but I can go without food in exchange for the internet. It's not so fair for me to expect the ferrets to do the same. But so yeah, you know, real talk, I've got bills to pay. So to some degrees, I am beholden to the series that do better, view-wise, and, you know, that sort of thing. But those who have extremely kindly chosen to support me in other ways, in more direct ways, yeah, that sort of thing allows me to care more about finishing a series, more about playing the games that I actually really enjoy. And it's a big part of the reason why Yonder got as far as it did to the completion of the main quest. It's why I'll be completing XCOM 2. And it's why other series I haven't been able to complete, and why, for example, Avorion has just been kind of sat there for a little while. It just didn't get the views compared to the amount of time that I had to invest in making the episodes, unfortunately. But, you know, as we plod on, you know, things are changing, and hopefully at some point I'll be able to be completely free of such considerations, and I'll just play a game because I want to. And I'll be able to build beautiful ships because I want to. So on and so forth. Oh, thank you very much, Ryan. That is incredibly kind of you. Incredibly kind. Show off that new top hat of yours. Have you thought about streaming Divinity? I have thought about it. But I think an RPG like that really benefits from the sort of post-processing that I can do. Although I think I did a good job of making it appear like there weren't many cuts in the first Divinity episode. There were quite a few. There was a lot of time spent reading skills. There was a lot of time organizing inventory and just looting and things like that didn't really progress the narrative. And I was able to just kind of make those little bits disappear. Generally, my approach is record for like 2 hours or 2.5 hours or whatever, and then cut out a chunk of the footage that doesn't really tell a story, that doesn't progress what we're doing. And I think that is a much better way to approach an RPG, especially when it's loot heavy and so much you can do that doesn't actually make any difference. It's just really neat to be able to do it. And so that stuff I think really benefits from not being a stream, because I don't think anyone really wants to sit there while I'm umming and ahhing over what skill to pick up, or just pondering the difference of like 1 point of damage between one sword and the next sword, and so on and so forth. So all of that will be gone. The character creation, you know, umming and ahhing over what spells to take and how to build a character, that all gets streamlined, and you just get the story and the narrative and the actual enjoyable bits. That being said, I enjoy all of playing the game, but watching it is a different experience. You know, the way I think of Let's Playing is there's a bit of you know, it's a bit cinematic. Look at you and your fancy mining fighters. Glorious, absolutely wonderful. Hello, Slavewire. Welcome, and thank you so much for all the people who are joining the sponsors list. That is so incredibly kind of you. Welcome, at Ikiro. I think I pronounced your name right. I'm almost by default. I assume I'm pronouncing it wrong, even if I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it right. It's just dyslexia, and also being Welsh. I want to pronounce everything the way that the letters are, and that is just so often not the case. Frustratingly, why can't the world be simple? Where, you know, if a letter's in the word, then it's pronounced. Down with silent letters, say I. And also letters that are different, but sound the same. Like soft C's. Why have a soft C? Why do you need a soft C? Oh my goodness. Welsh is so much simpler. That's why we don't need a K in the Welsh language, because we don't have a soft C. Cut always makes a cut sound. It's glorious. Welsh is a language from a simpler time, a happier time. Hello, Silvershot Aegis. Now here's the you know, question for the ages. Is it Aegis or Aegis? I think everyone has a different opinion on that one. Looks like a ship that is kind of... It almost looks like a ghost ship. It's just that the ship isn't close enough to render, but its shield is. That's actually quite a cool effect. Hey, Belial, how you doing, mate? Oh, you wonderful people, you. Did I know I have a Brazilian fan? Actually, there's a few Brazilian Dapperlings, as it happens. And I love the accent. Oh, my lord. When they're on Discord, it's like, yeah, just keep talking. I don't know what you're saying because I'm not paying attention. Just keep talking. It's good times. I'm just going to sit here and continue editing my video, just listening to the sound of your voice. Not so much what the voice is saying. That's a horrible thing to say, by the way, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm not actually listening to what you're saying. I'm just listening to the way you say it. But hopefully, you take it as the compliment that it's meant to be. Okay. Oh, accidental insults. My lord. How very undapper. I have played Empyrean Galactic Survival, and I really enjoy it. I love building vehicles in it. I love any game that allows me to build vehicles, frankly. Hiya, Ryan. How you doing? Meridian. As long... Oh, I knew this was going to come up the moment I mentioned Welsh. As long as you're talking about Welsh, Avak, could I ask you to say this train station name again? Sure. I'll say it again for you as well, but slower. There you go. But really, if you speak Welsh, you don't slow down, because Welsh is not a slow language. Even when I'm speaking English, I talk fast, and I realize that, and I'm sorry about it, but it's because I'm Welsh that I talk fast. But it's if you say it slower, it's like you're trying to talk slowly to someone who doesn't understand. It's like you're being insulting intentionally, which is never my intention. Oh yeah, that is a name. That's not just made up bunch of syllables. It is a name. It has a meaning. It is a made-up name. That's such a silly thing to say. All names are made up, effectively. They're just sounds that people think, ah, those go together quite well. I like this. This shall now be a name of a thing, or a place, or a person. But yeah, that name was adopted in order to win a contest for the longest train station name. And then it became so... It was just one of these curiosities that got adopted, like, for reals over time. So yeah. There we go. That was glorious. All of these ships shooting nearby. Why? Why are you damaging my ears like this? Let me move away. Let's go over here. Let's go away. Go away from you. Ooh, hello. Hello, Skyforge. Let's see. One of the wreckages at the edge of the universe has 2 million Xanium in it. My lord. My lasers cannot harvest Neonite. What lasers did I put on this? Because I'm fairly certain they were titanium lasers. Let me have a quick look. I may have just been massive derp. But let me have a quick look. Oh no, I put on the wrong ones. Okay. Before anyone gives me jip, I did a silly. I accept I did a silly, but it's because I was talking about massively long Welsh train names, okay? I do this all the time when I'm streaming. You get used to it eventually. Where am I good money? There we go. See, this is the problem. I thought I knew what I was doing and I didn't. Like always. Thank you for pointing it out though, because I would have just carried on my merry way for a long time. See, this is where being on the Discord server and talking to people helps, because they're like, Avak, stop, stop. And I'm like, what? Like, you're being an idiot. And I'm like, what am I doing now? I'm like, you're mining with the wrong lasers. I'm like, oh. Okay, thank you. Why is your ship made out of stone? Kind of interesting effect, though. Oh, so you can ram things, I bet. Interesting. A ramming prow. Also... You know, actually, you know what? It looks like you just, like, hollowed out an asteroid, turned it into a spaceship, but just didn't get rid of the stuff at the front because it made... Maybe so you could lie in wait. Ah, clever. You could pretend to be an asteroid until someone unsuspecting miner comes along. And then all of a sudden they're like, why is this asteroid shooting me? Ah, fantastic. And then you create this little legend of sentient asteroids. I like it. I've lost my ship. There we go. Oh, thank you very much, Mangled Pork. Such a kind individual. Bentham to his friends. Or actually, which way around is it? Is it Bentham professionally and Mangled Pork to your friends, or is it Mangled Pork professionally and Bentham to your friends? That's another question for the ages. Okay, well, I think I've done enough here. And by enough, I mean enough damage, being a derp. I think it is time. I really like the hangar base Fluttershy. They were actually quite awesome. But I need to check which one of these mega asteroids here has, or actually stations. Where has captains? Because I'm going to need a captain if I'm going to make a... No, you don't have captains. I'm going to make a mining ship to leave here. And I would like to make a mining ship to leave here. How about you? Do you have captains? You do. In fact, you have miners too. And mechanics. Very good. Very good. Let's head over there. I'm going to build a little mining ship. I'm going to leave it here to mine all of the stuff forever. Well, you know, until it runs out of stuff. And then I'll probably come along and tell it to follow me, then take it to a scrapyard and sell it to some scallywag. Unless there's another field nearby, and then I'll let it loose there. Or maybe I'll feel bad for it. You know, if it works for like years and years and years, and eventually I'm super rich off all the mine. I'll put it to pasture. It's like, yeah, go roam around these rocks. It's okay. This is your retirement asteroid field. You've done well. That'll do, little miner ship. That'll do. Could I please say algae? Sure. Hello, Stephen Wolf. Welcome to the stream. I need to get a little bit closer, I think. How does one get on the Discord? Well, one should direct your query toward Lady Shelab, who can post a Discord link for you. There we go. You know what? I'll just pop you over here, and then you can go around just destroying everything for me. Actually, do you accept? Do you like? Can I sell you goods? I can sell goods to you. I picked up a couple of goods, you see. So let me head over here. Come on, let me dock. Oh, I hate docking with long ships. It's always so deceptive. What have I got? I've got... What? I've got nothing that you want. Well, it's just annoying. Oh, well. I'll find a trading post eventually, I'm sure. Can I actually see what I've got on this ship? Does it tell me anyway, like... I'm sure I've picked things up. I'm sure I've picked a bunch of things up. Oh, it'll be in here, I'm sure. Anti-grav generators. Okay, well, you know, I've got cargo holds, so you may as well have them. Right. Okay. You go. Exit. Go make friends. And by make friends, I mean kill bad guys. Don't smash into me. I will pop. I'm significantly like, ouch. So eager. It's like the dog. You've got him on leash. He just wants to run so bad. Just wants to be frolicking in the grass and chasing other dogs, and just like pulls you off your feet because you haven't unhooked the leash yet. Okay, hello, Doc. I will be with you in just a moment. Hello, Gabriel Roberts. Welcome to the galaxy. Hello. I'll let one of the other officers in the Alliance invite you. I need to find a new ship. It shall not be an Alliance ship. No. It shall be... I need a good name for a ship. You know what? Let's have a wee look. A wee look. Over here. Who is the most recent sponsor? That would be Mangled Pork. So the mining ship shall be Mangled Pork. There we go. Oh, Mangled Pork, you've got no one inside you. This is not good. You're gonna explode, like, you know, in an hour or so. Right, well, the first thing I would like to do, make sure that you have no paint colors whatsoever. Or maybe paint colors. No paint colors. I might actually paint you. I might make you a very pretty ship. But you don't need to be a particularly flashy ship. You just need to do a little bit of something. So let's get a titanium generator, shall we? Start with a generator. Always. Best way to do it, in my opinion. And then I would like to just expand the generator a bit. Which way is forward? That way's forward. Then I don't want... You know what? Let me move that second bit. There we go. Expand the generator out. I want to... A mining ship can be a nice, long, flat ship. Right, now we can go with no color. There we go. They're all the same now, so I just select them and merge. There we are. Perfect. That's the way I start pretty much all of my builds. Cubes. Cube-billy. yeah, sure. Until we give you some actual edges, you can... Well, actually, you can't cube anymore. I mean, I suppose I could make you into a cube, but that would be a lot of blocks that would be unnecessary. However, you know what you're going to get? You're going to get a shield generator. You can have a fairly powerful one too, considering the size. Sure, I'll give you a chunky shield generator as well. And finally, I would like to get you a integrity field generator, but this one is not going to be matching the shape. I don't need this one to be nearly as gigantic. There we are. So that's basically Mangled Pork. Where are those aliens? Sorry, no, it wasn't aliens. It was pirates. They're over there somewhere, I think. Probably. That's fine, though. Right, so... How are we going to build you? Well, considering how important these bits are, And again, I don't need you to be particularly light. You're a miner. A mining ship. Mining ships don't need to be light. So I'm going to give you some armor. Armor around the important bits. There we go. There we are. Perfect. In fact, we'll go all the way. And eventually I'm going to make all of this. There we are. And also shrink these down. Now there's a bunch of people watching this. They're like, oh my god, really? Why? Why would you do this? Because I can. Right, let's select everything, merge it, bonk. There we are. Some very nice blocks there. Keeping all of your innards safe. Why don't I just call him Papa Pork? That almost sounds offensive. I don't know. Right. Again, you don't need to be fast. You just kind of need to do a job. So I don't want to match the block anymore. Let's try and go block middle though. This is actually just going to be a little ship. A ship in your sector is calling for help. Oh no. Well, where? I like that. Basically, a civilian ship is under attack right now and is summoning help. So I'm not sure if any of the AIs actually give precedence to that. But I'd like to believe they do. Because that would be kind of cool. It's like, oh no, civilian in danger. And then all of the AI fleet just rushes off. Now then, I would kind of desperately like you to be able to maneuver. So let's get you some maneuvering thrusters, shall we? Something like this will give you good roll. Won't give you much pitch up or pitch down, but sure, we'll get one there. We'll get one on the other side, much the same place. There we go. It's not terrible, I suppose. Over here, I think we'll do something somewhat similar. Actually, these ones will be directional. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, we'll bring that out a little bit. I'll give you a nice pitch up, pitch down. There we are. That's a lot better now. That is much, much better. Still don't have a crew quarters yet. We'll get to that. Don't worry. We're just putting in the essentials right now. Crew quarters. How many crew are we going to need on this? Because ideally, I'd like you to have a decent sized... was that? No, it wasn't a frame drop. That was actually the game being a little tiny bit laggy. Let's get you a decent crew quarters. There we go. And no longer block middle. Local grid, I think. And wow, that was a very abrupt change of music there. Something like this. It doesn't really do much for the ship, but I think it makes it look cool. Well, so your crew can be on top. Oh, that's fantastic. We will be shaping this, of course. I mean, obviously. But for now, I kind of like it. We've got reasonable turning. I mean, I don't mind yaw so much. It's not actually that big of a thing for me. However, let's see. Tom, Avak, says to me, you have fulfilled my wish. More Avorion. I'm glad you're happy. I've been playing a lot of Avorion lately, actually. Alright, let's give you a nice big old... Well, should I give you an armored neck, or should I give you... You know what? No, let's give you 2 armored sections on the sides. Make them a little thinner. Yeah, let's give you a nice, interesting shape. Here we are. Because this way, if for some reason you're a derp and you fly straight into something, it's not going to kill you. It'll break bits, but it won't break you completely, which is what I'm aiming for with this. Let's have a bit of a protection element, and then in the middle we'll just have a thruster there. Because I'm not a huge fan of using the inertia dampeners. Not least because they're incredibly expensive to run. That'll do, I think. Yeah, sure. We'll have that right there. There you go. So you've got a bit of brake power. I could also put something on the bottom to give us some brake as well. Actually, that's not a half bad idea. So shrink that down a bit. Add back in the XY. Let's make it fairly long but narrow. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Pump. There we are. Now, roll-wise, you don't roll, really. Not well. And, oh, actually, no, that's wrong. You don't roll. But like, I want to center this. At least somewhat. Let me make sure it's practically centered. Maybe bring it down a bit. Yeah, that'll do. Gives you quite a lot of brake. There we go. I mean, I'd have to give you some sort of like wings or fins to put the thrusters on to give you any kind of roll. But for now, that'll do. I need to get some crew. Quite badly, actually, because you will eventually start to break. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Love your videos. My girlfriend and our cat watch one every night. Oh. Sorry, me, my girlfriend, and our cat watch it every night. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. For those who are wondering what on earth that sound was, that was the tip sound. Very generous of you indeed. It's that kind of support, like I said, that gives me a little bit more confidence about playing games that are perhaps not super popular, that maybe are a bit older, don't get them that many views, are not going to cause a flood of new people to join the channel, but doesn't matter because I'm free from having to need that video to do well monetarily. Right, we need some crew. So hire some crew. We just need the basics right now, but let's have a quick look. Oh, dear me. Please don't tell me. I thought the ship had died. I thought the Void Walker was gone. Ooh. Well, thank you. That is amazing. Shield durability up and generated energy down. No, that's brilliant. Reroutes energy to shields. You are incredibly kind. How fantastically nice you were. That's old. It's old. I only had one new mail. Don't have to worry. Right, need 2 engineers. These are mechanics though, but it's fine. 3 mechanics will do. Let's hire you. Pomp. Did we hire you? I don't appear to have hired you. No, I did. There we are. That's good. What else do I need? And that's actually made a lot of the warnings go away. We do need engineers. Your ship can't fly at optimal speed. Your ship is weak. Well, yeah, it's a miner. I could just get a couple of regular crew. I'm going to need a captain. So I'm gonna get the captain. I'm going to need at least, I'm gonna say 2 sergeants. Let's grab 2 of you. Pop. And no, don't auto assign them yet. I want them to be sergeants. So assign both there so I can have a decent crew. Forget how many people can be on this. 19. I probably don't need that many. But we'll then get an extra 5. Hire them and then auto assign. So they should get assigned. There we go. Perfect. I'm probably gonna need like how many things can this have? Because I'm not gonna have to put a weapon on it. I could, I suppose. I could put a little auto targeting gun. We'll have a look at that in a moment, though. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Womp. There, oh, look at that. We move. We can even accelerate and stuff. It's a miner, so it doesn't need to accelerate very quickly. It just needs to plod along happily, you know, doing its thing. Oh, look at that. That's glorious. It's wonderful. What's the name of the UI mod I'm using? I honestly don't remember, Leon. Too many. What? What? I just got denied. The server's like, no, you're talking too much. Oh, how rude. How incredibly rude. But anyway, yeah, Leon, you probably even saw it. But if you didn't and are listening, which I think you are, I'll check after the stream and I'll find a link to it and everything for you. So that'll be fun. Yonder is one of my favorite games right now. It's such a good game. And while I was strongly considering playing that tonight, because I've not done YouTube streaming before, I wanted to make sure I had everything set up correctly before I did something like Yonder, because I know a lot of people will want to see that. Like, for them, it would be a continuation of the series. And so if it was fraught with technical difficulties, that would have been, you know, it wouldn't have been a nice way to continue that. So, yeah, there will probably be more Yonder in the future as a stream on YouTube if tonight goes well. Thank you very much, Rhapsody. Oh, I hope you don't mind me reading this out. Time to give you something back for all the sad times your videos helped me through. Thank you, and of course, keep it up. Your videos are one of the most calming and entertaining gaming ones on YouTube. That's incredibly sweet of you to say. Incredibly sweet of you to say. And I'm only sorry that you've had to have bad times in order to be able to say that my videos have helped you through them. Right. I think this is more or less all we need for this little ship. We can put 2 unarmed turrets on it, and that's more or less what I want. So let's have a quick look, shall we? Material-wise, I'd like... no, I don't want iron salve. No. I need miners. So double mine. No, that's iron. That is also iron. Where's my miners that are not iron? Iron. Ah, titanium. Marvelous. Iron. All of my things are so bad. Have I got material? I should have. There's rarity and there's material. There we go. I selected the wrong thing, like a derp. Independent targeting mining turret. That would actually be kind of cool. You know what? Maybe I should just have 2. I could have... Yeah, we're not going to put the mining turret on this, because that is literally there to blow up instead of losing a turret. So, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Been a fan for a long time now, and I have to say, I love watching your videos. I'm really enjoying XCOM 2 War of the Chosen so much that I bought the game for myself. Thank you so much for the great videos. Oh, that is incredibly kind of you. Grimlirius? I'm not sure I'm saying that right. I'm probably putting the emphasis on the wrong part of the name, but thank you so much. That's such a kind thing to do. Right, okay, time to actually shape you a little bit so I can put these bits on. So, now then, this is the part that I'm going to spend forever doing. Okay, I want you to match blocks now, because that's going to make doing this bit so much easier. Also spin around. Oh wow, people are being incredibly kind right now. Oh, MP Stevens donated. It says donated. You know, this is a pet peeve. To be fair, Streamlabs does offer you an option to change the wording, but it only actually affects, I think, the pop-up, which I'm not using on the stream at the moment. But I know so many people call it donations, and it's become the accepted kind of vernacular now. So, you know, I'm not slinging any shade at anyone, but it's not a donation unless you are a charity. It's not a donation. It's the completely wrong word, and I know, like, I don't think anyone actually uses that term thinking like, haha, I'm gonna confuse people into thinking that I'm a charity, so they'll give me money. That is absolutely not what I think. But it's like, it's not a donation though. That almost cheapens the idea of donations. But that's just a pet peeve. We've all got them. You know what? I need a little... pirates are attacking. I am sure that Voidwalker will keep us safe. There we go. We'll have one. You know what I should have been doing? I should have been using the Y mirror. Such a good thing to have both of them. There we go. That's lovely. I likes it. I could even put something nice in there. I wonder what. I could have something nice. Let's turn off match block. Let's turn on the Y mirror. Let's go for... Yeah, this is, you know, it's going to get blown up. Let's just be honest with ourselves. It's going to get blown up. Oh, actually, no match block there. Let's match this block to that side. There we are. And... Oh, dear. The Y block is in the wrong place. Let me just synchronize the Y there. There we go. That is now the middle of the ship. I love that. I love these abilities. Game's so good. It understands what us builders need. That's not good. It's going to be super eye-bleedingly bright, but sure. Oh, it looks nice. I likes it. It meets with my approval. And we'll just leave that there. Well, actually, no, because then looking down, it looks a little bit janky. What we'll do is I'll add another piece of armor there as well. There we go. And badunk, maybe? Or maybe badunk. I'm going to have to rotate it regardless. Badunk. Oh, I think that looks nice. Got little claws. You actually look like a mining ship. If I could turn that into some sort of like massive furnace more, that would be so grand. And it would look like you just come up to the asteroid and just kind of these large claws just kind of grind it up until it's loose rock that's just kind of vaguely drifting towards this huge furnace that's just burning. Heat waves come. It would look very Unicron to be a bit of a Transformers geek. Very Unicron. And I can think of no one nicer to be modeled after a world-eating tyrant. Actually, maybe it's better that I can't actually make Bantam look like Unicron. Thinking about it. Doink. And same over here, please. Doink. Oh, thank you very much for joining the list of sponsors, Lisa. So kind of you. Genuinely, everyone, the support tonight has been significantly more than I imagined it would be. It's so kind. There we are. Let's get a little bit of this everywhere if we can. Yeah, we'll link it there. Let's pop the up. Shrink this down if I can. There we go. Shrink. No, over shrunk. There we go. I mean, this does kind of look odd where it is now, though. I'm thinking maybe I should have that being a bit different. Let me see. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing on Twitch. Right now, my Streamlabs announcements are kind of hooked up to Twitch. I apologize for the disconnect, but like I said, I'm still trying to get everything to work with YouTube. Specifically, but thank you so much for going across to my Twitch channel and subscribing. That's incredibly kind of you. Right, let me swing this around and bump. Is it gonna look? It's gonna look weird. It's gonna look weird. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do something slightly different. I don't need the extra thruster on the back. That's surplus to demand, like super surplus to demand. And because I've got a thruster over there. Don't need another one. Let's shrink this in and give you another light. Ah, that's perfect. I like it a lot. And you know what? Sure, we'll have little ones on the top and the bottom too. Wrong angle. Need you to rotate twice. And then shrink you down. Ah, looking snazzy, mangled pork. Looking ultra snazzy right now. Over here, we'll just actually go with regular armor, though. I hope I'm not boring everyone with building. I know I can get a little bit full on when it comes to like shaping stuff. I do apologize. I do apologize if that's what's happening. Right. On the sides. Now, can I rotate these around? Are these just... they are one block, so I'm not gonna... I'm gonna have to stop matching block, which is a bit of a shame, because it does make things a little bit more awkward for me. And I want you to be nice and tall, also nice and wide, and then nice and long. Then there. There we go. At the front, though, I do actually want you to match the block. Because that is going to be where I plop my... laser. What can I do to make this part a little bit more interesting looking? I don't like that. I like the idea of this being visible to the front. There's a shape here. It's asking to be let free. It's speaking to me, but it's just not using the right words yet. It's fine. We'll find you, little shape. Don't you worry. We will release you from your prison. Actually, how about... Oh, I think I know what it is. I think I know what the shape is trying to say. Glorious. Gloriousness. Let me get you over here. And I know I've kind of been bad at looking at chat. Again, because I'm like in tunnel vision mode because I'm building. I'll be looking again in the swamp. Nice. Very nice. Now match the block. And rotate you down. There you go. Because every bit of armor needs a little friend. There you are. Perfect. Marvelous. And you're actually a fairly tanky, tiny little ship. To be fair. I could make you into a fighter if I... Oh, because you can do that. I wonder how many blocks you are. How many blocks? Only 79 blocks. Ooh. Thank you, BB3 Warrior, for the sponsorship. And also, White Familiar. Hello, Avok. I've been around your channel for a long time, and I'm finally in a position to tip. I love that. Tip in quotation marks. Well played. Well played. I approve. I love your content, and most importantly, your personality and accent. Thanks for all the laughs and you have blessed me with. Aww. That's lovely. You're making me blush. Right. Now then, since we've got all of that set up, I think we're actually in a good little position. But yeah, I can save this. It's only 79 blocks, which means that this is a viable fighter design. I think so. What should we call it? Save ship. I guess show cost difference to current ship. Well, I haven't got a current ship. Can I save you as a name, or you just get donked down here? Okay. I wish I could save you as a name, though. Well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Right, now it's time for me to add your bits. Why not make a swarm of them? For the dragonlings. I like it. I imagine you meant dragonlings. Sorry, I again, that wasn't me taking the mick. That was me being Welsh and also dyslexic. I literally pronounce things as I read them. And it takes a few seconds for the rest of my brain to catch up with what I've just read. Which is why when someone tips, there's a moment of pause because I'm reading ahead to make sure they haven't trolled me with some sort of inappropriate message. Not that I would expect a Dapperling to do so, but yeah, you gotta be careful sometimes. Right, okay, so we got everything we want. My mining turret, let's turn off the mirror lines. You can go, you know what, I want block middle now. Mining turret. Do I want... Yeah, mining turret can go there. Oh, maybe it can't. You must place the turret on a block made of... Alright, let me get... See this giant ship looming over me. It's like, is it a pirate? No, it's pink. It's pink and green. Very nice color scheme, by the way. I actually approve. Right, I need to transform this block into a titanium block. Only this one, though, because I just need a place to pop my titanium turret. And there we are. Ooh. I'm very weak compared to the other things. Yeah, that's going to be the case. Can you please show me the materials? I need something that can auto-target. Very important. Independent targeting, synchronized weapon. Double chain gun turret. I mean, it doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but it's okay. As titanium as well. So I want a decent titanium block for it to go on. I could put it at the bottom. But I like things being at the top for no particular reason other than I like them being at the top. This is a quandary. I guess what I could do is undo the last two things I did. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Well, actually, I suppose it isn't too bad. Sure, okay. Let's pop this one on each side. See, that's a weird bug. That it allowed me to do that. Right, okay, so titanium turret. I've only got one, so there's no point. There. And then titanium bolter. Independent targeting. You can go there. There we are. This little mining ship can now kind of defend itself, sort of, maybe. Okay. Perfect. I think Melon's ready. Unarmed turrets, 1 of 2. And armed turrets, 1 of 1 plus 1. Oh. I was being a derp. I was reading that wrong. Complete derpitude. Derpicus Maximus. Let me pop this one down here instead. There you go. And I need another titanium or whatever mining turret now. That one could be okay. Sure. Let me pop you there. There we go. Plenty minings to be had. Marvellous. So I need 4 miners. Donk. How you doing over there, Voidwalker? Oh, you're doing fine. Of course you're doing fine. I made you. It's impossible that you could be doing poorly. Even though several of my ships have already blown up because they weren't doing fine after all. Right. I need 2 gunners, I believe. Hi. And 4 miners. Hi. There we go. Now then, let's bring up your everything. And let's see. Make sure everything's set up. You're doing well. Professional workforce. I mean, you know, you've got an untrained sergeant, but that's fine. And 2 untrained engineers. But again, that's fine. Eventually you'll get good at what you're doing. Okay. Now, you've actually got quite a lot of little slots that I can put on there. Alright. I would give you this one, but I'm not going to. I would, but I won't. However... Shield recharge rate? No, that's not a good one. It doesn't really matter for me to give you these, though. Because it doesn't help in any way. I could give you better engines. What kind of power do you produce? Wow. You have got redonkulous amounts of spare energy. Man. Bantham is a powerhouse. I could even give you better jump range and stuff. Dip scan. There's no real point. I wonder, though, if I gave you these and you were sat in a system, whether you'd be deep scanning around. But the only things that really make any sense for you are like shield generation and stuff like that. Like, for example, if I did put this in there, then for a small ship, you've got a redonkulous shield now. But I don't really want to leave my miner with such an awesome shield. What I deeply need is like there's really nothing here. I mean, I could give you more unarmed turrets ultimately. And that's about the only thing I can do. I can give you more weapon systems that are automated, more turrets for mining. Sure, okay, I guess that makes sense. I could give you a little bit more speed if I particularly wanted to. Sure, let's make you a little bit of a speed demon. There you go. So you've got an extra 2 mining turrets now, which means I'm going to need an extra 2 miners as well. Extra 6 miners, actually. This one shall from henceforth be group 1, and these shall be group 2. There you go. And group 1 shall be set to auto fire, and only auto fire. Hi, Wolfie. Yeah, I just felt like playing Avorion. I've been playing a couple of games with the Dapperlings lately, but like 7 Days to Die, I've been playing a stupid amount of that. But yeah, I've been playing lots of this lately. Ooh, what's wrong? A Bantham fighter squad? Yes, Mangled Puck. That would be glorious, absolutely glorious. Lisa, I have the power to play it. But you've got a frowny face. Oh, this game confuses me. Ah, right, yeah. You've got a computer that can play it, but you don't. It doesn't make sense to you. Leon's almost here. Marvelous. This stream's been going on for quite some time. I apologize for all the shenanigans. I've almost finished my coffee too. Ah. So good. Where's Voidwalker? Voidwalker! Oh, there you are. Stop rushing around. Order. Escort me. Thank you. Let's move on. Oh, man, I'm so dizzy. He accelerates so slowly. Like, oh, I'm so heavy. I'm so heavy, even though I'm my weight doesn't really matter too much. I'm in space. But I'm so heavy. You know what? Little Bantham fighter possibly in the future. Miner, maybe even too. Let's improve you. No. I want there. Let's go with this. Ready. Donk. Yeah, you've got much more thrust now. Much more thrust. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be extra special. Awesome. Actually, I need to change these. They're kind of just overlapping a little bit. Oh yeah, I had the Y bit turned on. No, it's not even. Let's get rid of these. They don't need to be down there. No. There we are. Let me. It's gonna irritate me if just one part of this thing is all fancy and the rest is all beaten up. The armor parts, however, are gonna have to remain because there is no Neonite armor. There we are. And let's just make sure that you're all correct. There we are. Donk. Wait. Wrong. Wrong bong, incorrect. Let's get rid of you. There we go. Need to stop trying to match blocks. In fact, need to stop doing all of that funky stuff and pull all this back. There we go. Perfect. Marvelous. Marvelous. Ah, there we are. I thought that was Leon's ship pulling up, but no. There you go. Okay. Oh, there's a mobile merchant here. Marvelous. I'm saying marvelous often, which in and of itself is marvelous. Right. I need to be aboard. Let me on. I need to sort out your chips. Right. Yeah, you actually don't have it. Huh. I wasn't expecting that. However, but Dunk. Are we still okay for power? Not great, but we're not great. We're using up about half of the energy that we've got. We need more gunners, but because I've got such highly trained people, I don't. In fact, I've actually got a lot more than I needed. So there we go. Got a much better shield. That's actually not too bad now. Not too, in fact, I could almost make this into a fighter. It would be very small, and you wouldn't be able to tell any of the details. But you know, it kind of do this thing. But I thought I had a shield section. Alas, I do not. Exit into drone then. You carry on going about your business. Continue to patrol the sector, please. Right. No, don't hit me though. Don't hit me. Not like last time. Let's get back inside you. Right, I actually need to set up an insurance plan too. There we go. And buy the whole thing. There you are. Perfect. This little ship is expensive. Super expensive. Right. Well. Oh, take care, Fluttershy. Betham, I'm imagining flying around like just a little faster. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Stronger engines are important. You can rush to your death much more quickly. I mean, you're not wrong. Ooh. Isaac Lord. Hello, Avak. I have a question for you. Which game have you played the most of? I honestly couldn't tell you. I mean, I can tell you on, like, Steam what I played the most of, I suppose. If I can open it up. Let me open up my library. Actually, can I even see that? I mean, is there a way that I can order it based on... No, it's not. I don't know. Might be Terraria? I played several hundred hours on Thea. Terraria. Played 387 hours on Terraria. AI War Fleet Command. 113 on AI War Fleet Command. 7 days. 151 on 7 Days to Die. I honestly couldn't tell you. I legitimately couldn't say. I'm sure there's a place that you can go which will tell you these kinds of things, but I just don't know it. Oh my lord, it's an ice pop. It's an ice pop with a hanger bay. Leon is posing for the guy. That looks amazing. I like it, dude. Oh, it's all shiny too. You've even got like translucent blocks over the thrusters. That looks nice. That looks super nice. That is a really, really pretty ship. Really super pretty ship. Well played. A little dart in the sky. Oh, fantastic. Marvelous. Wait a moment. I need to get rid of you. There we are. It's better. It's a wee bit better, isn't it? Okay. Well, I've got some more room now for some more mining turrets. Which means that... actually, down here might not be a bad place to plop them. So, let's focus on this. Yoink. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. I would like to go... actually, can I match this block? I would like it to be... iron armor. There we are. Yeah, something like that. I mean, maybe not quite as... oh, well, actually... no, that works out. That actually works out. Let's pop this in. And... shrink it down. It's about that. There we go. I can have a little one on the back as well. There we are, that certainly works. Right, are there actually enemies here? Oh yeah, there's actually quite a few. Wow! Let me quickly move into strategy mode and check on this. Reminds me of the ice lollies I had when I was a kid. Yeah, that's the first thing that came to mind. It's a rocket ship ice lolly. Okay, yeah, you're being a scallywag, so I'm glad you're not there anymore. Where's the Voidwalker? Voidwalker really over there, just not doing anything? No, that's Mangopoke. Where is the Voidwalker? Oh dear. No, Voidwalker's still alive. Ah, there you are. It's the only one that I can see the shield and hull status of from afar. Oh, you're fine. There's lots of Daka happening right now. 'Tis good times. Thankfully, there is a lot of naval firepower here, which is why I've kind of set up in this little area. It's got some decent things here for me to gather, but mostly it's that if I do leave a little mining ship, it's not necessarily going to get toasted. Alright, well, I need 2 more mining turrets now. So, do I have 2 more mining turrets? They unfortunately have to be... I really want them to be... titanium, really. Can I get material? These are neonite then. Yeah. Let me check. You know what? Let's check the Alliance. Does the Alliance have any titanium type? These are salvaging turrets, mining turrets. There we go. Independent targeting ones. Don't really need them. Do we have any 2? There we are. Wow. I will take 1 and 2. Glorious. Oh, Bentham, you're going to be a very good miner, to be fair. But it's going to have to be up the top then. So I'll pop that down. And get our awesome mining turrets. 2 of. Pop them there. Pop, pop. There we go. You are now a very capable little mining ship. Glorious. Let's get back over here though, because I need more miners now. For Steam, click on your username at the top, then games on the right under your avatar, then all games. Ah, okay. I will. I'll check that out shortly. Hello, Rosalind. Welcome to the stream. Right, so on Steam, click my username at the top. Yoink. And view profile, I'm assuming. Then games on the right. Oh, right, I see. And games on the right, games, donk. And all games. Sort by playtime. Yes. It's kind of lagging. It's kind of lagging. I've got a lot of games on my Steam account. Oh, okay. 461 hours on Robocraft, followed by 402 hours on From the Depths, followed by 388 on Terraria, 341 on Dungeon Defenders, 297 on Amoria, 270 on RimWorld, 266 on Factorio, and then, to my great shame, 253 on Realm Grinder. Realm Grinder is awesome, though. Thank you very much for explaining how to find that, though. Just squeaking. Would it be possible to... Ooh. Just make sure that the stream health is okay, because looking at the side there, it looks like it's a little bit jumpy. Hopefully it looks okay. Can't quite tell if that's just a preview window being a bit laggity or not. Well, let's keep an eye on that one. Let's just creep over here. Am I ever going to return to Robocraft? Yeah, probably. It's just released, so. Would I like a yellow mining turret? No, that's okay. Thank you very much, though. It's very kind of you to offer. I need another... How many people? Another 2. That's all I need. Yank. And that should now be everyone I required. We can unassign these 2. And we've got everything we need, I think. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, that asteroid does indeed have a shield. It is, in fact, a mining station, as it happens. You're seeing Divinity Original Sin 2 under the chat, and I really want to watch that, but I'm not foregoing my first AVAC stream. Oh, that's incredibly kind of you. Incredibly kind. Now, let's just make sure you should be set up as an automatic only turret. Let me just make sure that is the case. Let's just set that auto fire only. There we are. Now let's actually watch what Mangleport can do. Asteroid stations. Oh, you can like mark an asteroid when you find an asteroid that's big enough. You can claim the asteroid and then sell it to a faction. Let's grab a little bit of everything. Followed by Nemoria, the game that I found AVAC through. Oh, that's kind of you to say. It's just lovely to hear people being so excited about like well, anything to do with my channel. It always gives me a bit of a grin. But yeah, Nemoria, that's such a long time ago now. I think it was like one of the 3rd or 4th games that I actually played on the channel. Leon, I'm not setting the mining lasers to auto-fire. I'm setting the ship's only weapon system to auto-fire so that it doesn't fire on the asteroids that it's trying to mine. Also, despite the tooltip, this is something that quite a few people have pointed out. There's a bit of a misconception. When it says auto-fire does less damage, it isn't saying that when it's set to auto-fire, it will do less than the stated damage. What it's saying is that the weapon itself does exactly the amount of damage that it states, but because it is capable of auto-firing, the weapon itself is less damaging than you might expect from another weapon of the same tier, the same make, all other things being equal. If you've got two weapons from exactly the same place, one has auto fire on it and one doesn't, the one that doesn't have it will do more damage. It'll actually say a higher DPS. From what I understand it anyway, that was the wisdom on the forums way back when. Avak, the good old days of spider slaughter. That was good. That was the true original there. Those who were around in spider slaughter were truly around in the days of yore. Castle Goat came much later. It was much more successful, but much later. Much later. Yoink. Okay, well, I've seen that. Oh, Blood Red Hunter. Trip to Avak. Take 2. Well, this just gives you twice as much opportunity to enjoy the beautiful vistas of the game. And listen to this super chilled out music. Right. You. I would like you to mine and to not do that by shooting things. Oh, look at Mangled Pork. So considerate. It's like, if I move, there is a higher than 0 chance I will simply crash into you and kill you. Well done, Mangled Pork. Voidwalker, where are you? You should be taking lessons. Where are you? Voidwalker? Ah, I've got abandonment issues. Oh dear me. Where are you, Voidwalker? I see thee not. Huh. Ow. Mangled Pork, are you going to be using your gun? No, you're just mining. Well done. Perfect. Where's my ship? Really? Really? You went through... This is why you never tell them to patrol the sector, because they'll go through the wormholes every now and then. And then they'll just sit on the other side like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm on vacation. Hooray! Until someone else comes to the gate and then crashes in and looks like, I know why! Well, what? Because you didn't do anything when you were on the other side of the stupid station. Right, I need to find the north gate. No, that's the south gate. It's literally the opposite gate. Need the north gate. Okay. There. North gate. There we are. I'll be back later, Mangled Pork. Bye. Off we go. Yeah, I've been doing streams for ages. I've been doing streams for years now. But this is the first time. This is the pilot stream on YouTube. Hey, Leafin, how you doing, man? And yeah, there will absolutely be a VOD. YouTube automatically does. Wow, you move fast. I mean, to be fair, I'm in my pod. So everything seems fast to me. Though, saying that, I'm moving at 300 meters a second. So I guess in space, your concept of speed and therefore distance, or also time, does change a little bit, I suppose. I'm going to go and get my ship. Pint sides Ginga. Fantastic name. I found Avak during his Stardew Valley Let's Play. Instantly subscribed. Oh, that's very kind of you. Austin, no, Mangled Pork isn't actually in the server right now. I mean, he could be if he wanted to in hands of Avorion. He's on the Dapperling Discord, so he can just jump in like anyone else by checking in on the House of Fun pinned messages to get the details. But no, I just named my ship after him. He was the last person who had become a sponsor prior to me deciding to build the ship. And therefore, he had the dubious honor of it being named after him. Whee! Pomp. I may well play Nomoria again. I really enjoy Nomoria. It's such a fun game, but there's a big part of me that sort of is, wow, you remembered what your order was? I had no idea that happened. Scope me? But that's actually pretty cool. If that's what they do now, if they can actually do that, like they show up and they're like, yeah, so I was told to attack enemies. I followed one through the wormhole, so I'm just going to continue attacking enemies. Then I'm going to sit in this place and attack enemies too. That was so good. Or, alternatively, if that is simply a side effect of the patrol sector command, that one is maintained through wormholes, then that's the one I'm going to use from now on. Though that does make it dangerous because, I mean, I wish if I told something to patrol a certain sector, then once they left that sector, they'd go back to it, because generally, when I set up a warship in a sector or to automatically hunt down enemies, I want it to stay there, because either I've got utility vessels there, or I'm trying to fortify the newbie spawn from pirates. So once I've got multiple warships, I'll be taking one back to the newbie spawn and just leaving it there with the orders to protect that spawn. And I warmly welcome anyone else to as well. If you've got enough materials to have several warships, leave one in the spawn area, please, if you wouldn't mind, because pirates are much more of a threat in Avorion these days than they used to be. They will mess you up. Okay, well, I'm gonna be doing my own things, I guess. Now, will I continue to get notifications of my mining ships gathering materials? Because that's gonna be cool. One of the new changes that happened in Avorion is now when you're outside of a sector, if you've got a ship, and I think actually if you've got any kind of player structure, like a factory or anything, I'm staring at my camera as if you can see me, but I haven't set up my webcam on the YouTube stream yet. I will eventually, but oh, there we are. There's the answer to my question. But the way that works is, when you're online, or when you're playing at all, if it's a single player game, then you're always online by default. Any sector where you've got an asset that is automated in some function, so a factory that produces something, or a ship that has been told to do something, that sector remains loaded into memory at all times. So your miners will continue to mine, your fighters will continue to fight, your salvagers will continue to salvage, so on and so forth. Which is actually super, super cool. And on the server, it's much the same, but only when you're online. If you go offline, then the regular sector despawn rules happen, which is 5 minutes after the last active player in that sector, and any of your automated ships or facilities count as being part of you logged on. The moment you go offline, 5 minutes later, the sector gets unloaded. So whatever was going on there stops going on. And then it'll load back in the moment you log back in. So that way, even on the multiplayer server, it isn't crazy. Like, there's not a million sectors always kept in memory. Because if a player isn't online, then their assets aren't doing anything. I need a drink. Pardon me while I pour myself some water. Avorion is the first game ever got me to buy, says Wolfie. I equal parts sorry and not sorry. I hope you're enjoying it. Oh, I think chat is slowly convincing Mangled Pork to get on you and to join us. Also, while we're on the topic, let me bring up the HUD so I can move my mouse outside the screen. There we go. There you are, Mangled Pork. You're now moderator. I've bestowed upon you responsibility that you didn't ask for. It's an unplayed position. Basically, I've just made you a slave. You're welcome. You don't need to thank me. It's fine. Okay. That is the correct response. Mangled Pork is like, no. See, I like that about my mods. I only pick mods who don't want to be mods. Because then you know they're not going to abuse their power. Because if their first response upon being given power is like, oh no, I've got work to do now, then they have the right approach. They understand the power is not fun. It's a responsibility. It's a burden, really. They listened to Uncle Ben. And so, you know you've picked them right. If the first thing is, woohoo, I've got a sword and no one else has a sword, I am now powerful and mighty, then just immediately take it off them. It's like, nope, wrong answer. So you're back in the corner. Go back. Nope, nope. Give them a toy sword, little cardboard sword, just, you know, to make them feel better, you know, about having the actual sword made out of, like, the heart of a dead star. That goes to someone else who doesn't want it. And that way, you don't have abusive mods. I should really compile a list of my life advice. That would definitely be in, like, the top 20, at least. Should you actually be a content creator on Twitch and or YouTube or anywhere else, only use mods that really don't want to be mods. They'll make the best ones. Alright, now this over here is a fighter factory. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any trinium, so I don't have any fighter bays. Otherwise, I would take great pleasure in making lots of mini little banthams. Alas, no mini banthams. 'Tis a great shame. Truly, truly it is. Well, Island Leafin, who are mods on Twitch. And I was like, ha! We're not mods here. We can just screw around and be scallywags. Ah, bless. Though Leafin does raise a valid point. On Twitch, it's a sword. On YouTube, it's a wrench. Does the wrench hurt less than the sword when you get stabbed with it? And yeah, I think Lady Sheob's got the right idea. It does blunt damage instead of slashing damage. Yeah, or stabbing damage, given the way you use it, thrust or slash, so on and so forth. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good description. But just to show you how the fighter factory works now, you can just straight up buy fighters if you want them, or you can go in here and any fighter that's like 200 blocks or less, like this one's a bajillion blocks, it's like several thousand blocks, so that won't work. This one though, it's one of my earlier ships, would work. I think my little ferret ship would work as well. Oh, so I'd have little ferrets. They'd have cargo base. Why? I don't know. But there'd be tiny little ferret fighters. Oh my lord! That is quite possibly the most awesome thing I've ever seen in my life. Wow. I think my little fighter frigate has supplanted Bentham's ship as my favorite for being turned into a fighter. However, that being said, it does look diddy and cute. Look at it. It is impossible to deny the diddy cuteness. Look, it's even got lights now. That's even more diddy and cute. But anyway, no matter what it is that you've made, whatever shape it is. Oh, that must have been a very early build of one of the fair ones. Pirates are attacking the sector. I mean, I could destroy them. Where are they? Oh, they're miles away. I'll deal with them in a moment. Right. Anyway, you select the shape you want, and then you select a weapon. And whatever the weapon is, that's what you've got. So if you wanted to make a miner, you give it a mining turret. If you want to make a salvager, you give it a salvaging turret. If you want to use a plasma, combat fighter, any type of turret, whatever it is, then that fighter will inherit the weapon properties of that thing. It'll do 30% of the damage. Well, if it's a combat ship, it'll do 30% of the damage. If it's a mining or a salvaging ship, it'll do a different amount. You can only select one turret and it inherits the properties of that. You don't actually attach the turret to it in any way. It's just the fighter will have that as its attack. Mining and salvaging, I think, do a more generous percentage of the original turret's abilities, but combat ships, it's reduced to 30%. So let's just say the material is very important, actually. The better the material, the better the overall stats. But let's start off with, let's say, let's find an iron weapon. So there we go. There we are. So we've now got 15 points, and this is the base price. it starts off with these qualities. It'll do 30% of that DPS. But then you can spend these 15 points to change things. This property gets increased points due to the turret's material. So because it's iron, its size is a little bit better. And if I add more points to it, I can make my fighter super tiny. There's no point in going below 1, obviously. But that means that this fighter, even though it's still doing the same damage, is doing it at a much smaller cost for room in your hangars. Durability, I could make it more durable. So there you go, you can do that. I can make it much more maneuverable if I want to. And I can put a little bit more into its speed. So there we are, that's my little fighter. Now, it cost me 4,000 credits to make each one, but or rather to make the blueprint. But if, say, we gave it a bit of a better weapon, let's give you this. Now then, let's pull everything back down so we've got our 15 points back. Now, this is a much bigger vessel, but as you can see, I'm starting with more bonus points because of the material that I'm using. So its durability already starts with 2, and maneuverability with 1, and speed with 1. If I want to make this tiny, it'll cost me more points to achieve. I'll have to spend, actually 9 points as well to bring its size down to 1. But look at the cost. It is ridiculously expensive, this one. But it's not too bad, actually. Let's make it super fast, too. And then highly maneuverable, please. There we go. Now, the way that fighters work as well, and White Familiar, I would recommend this game if you were me, but as you're not, I can only say that I enjoy the game. I really enjoy this game. So if you think that your taste in games is very similar to my own, there's a good chance you'll enjoy it as well. But the more your taste in games and mine diverge, the higher the chance that what I find really fun will not be the same as you. So I can't, without knowing other games that you like, I couldn't give you an honest answer to that. All I can say is that I find this incredibly fun. But one thing with the way the fighters work, and I should really get to killing those scallywags over there, because they're attacking... Who are they attacking? They're attacking... Oh, actually, they're attacking Leon. I don't even need to get involved. Leon's just going to passively destroy them all. I'm surprised they haven't been killing themselves on his hull. But the way that fighters work is, whereas previously they were incredibly fragile. An enemy only had to look at your fighters and they'd explode them. Now, instead, what you have is... actually, let me turn on my main weapons. Have I got them all selected? Yes, I have. Good. There we are. Good. They have 3 free dodges. Every 60 seconds, they can dodge any attack that would land 3 times. And then, based on your fighter's skill, they will gain an additional free dodge. So, at the highest skill level your fighter is likely to have, I think they'll get a free dodge every 10 seconds. They can simply straight up avoid an attack. If they have run out of free dodges, then they get a permanent and fixed 30% chance to dodge any incoming attack. If they get hit, then it's their durability. The attack will do its stated damage, and the fighter might get exploded. And if that happens, it's terrible times. You can be sad and things like that. But, whereas previously, your pilot was a goner, if that ever happened, now, it is much more a case... They have a 95% base chance to eject. If they eject, they'll be treated as cargo. Oh, that's from a ship that I didn't take part in killing, I suppose. And you can collect them like cargo, and I highly recommend you do, because if they were a highly skilled fighter, then that's much more important for you to get them back, because, you want to put them into another craft. But also, as their skill increases, their chance of survival goes further from 95. I think it's never 100% chance. I think it's like at most 99%, but I couldn't tell you for certain on that one. What weapons do I have on the craft at the moment? Yeah, mining turret, so I need to swap those out. Yeah, let's get rid of these. Donk. And... donk. Oh, I should have titanium salvaging beams. Let's get these going. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be salvaging any anything truly fancy like trinium. But, you know, I can do a little bit of salvaging. Let's see. I need to make sure that these are actually on a group that I can control. Turn them on. There we go. I'm gonna clunk you, aren't I? Yeah, almost. Thankfully, I avoided the embarrassing clunk. Yeah, I'll just absorb all of the expensive neonite generators and such. Had to look through Alex playlists to remind yourself what brought you to the channel. It was faster than that. Then you literally joined me on the first game I ever Let's Played. My Faster Than Light Let's Play is the first Let's Play I ever made. You've been here for a long time. An awfully long time. Don't mind me, I'm just not paying attention to what I'm doing because I'm reading chat. Avak, your name is messing with my spelling of Avorion. I keep trying to type with 2 A's. Marvellous, I say. Oh, I really want, like, trinium salvages. Ah, so good. Just release the drones. Avak, can you please say scallywag? Sure. Scallywag! There you go. Ooh, is that mine? Is that mine? 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 No, not mine. It is someone else's. Sad face. Julian Gordon, yeah, I'm playing on the Dapperling server. Yeah, exactly. I've never even seen Finding Nemo, but I know the whole seagull thing. Oh, that was mine, I think. Unless this ship is like permanently marked as belonging to someone else because they did more damage to it. In which case, scallywags, like genuinely scallywags. Ah, it is. Oh well. Let's see who be here. We have a tiny ditty ship. It is Arfen F. Kanek, Blood and Red Hunter. Oh, I'm so sorry. You've been trying to get here all along, and I haven't even greeted you. Let me help out my drone. You know what? Could you do me a favor and just salvage for a bit? Thank you. Doosh. Let me go over there. Whoosh. There we are. Hello. Let's have a look at your ship then. I like the color scheme. Very fancy. Very fancy indeed. Ooh, I like the supports too. I approve of using those kind of scaffolding as supports. The industrial look is very fitting for a ship, I think. Have a look around here. If you make a ship big enough, then I can fly through the supports with a drone. And it looks amazing. I've done that several times with other Dapperlings. I don't think I can fit through that hole, though. Oh, so tempting, though. Let me see if I can speed it. Speed it. No, I think I'm going to clunk you. No, I don't think this mission is. Oh no, it's gonna be success. Kind of, I'm clipping it, but Yep, I am officially in. No, wait, no, let me through. Let me through. I need to cut. No, out. Hold tight. This reminds me of Rick and Morty episode. No, what? Oh. Scallywags. It was almost good. If he moves his mouse, you're dead. Yeah, if he had adjusted his position at all, I would have just been a stain. Oh, well. That was funny, though. Oh, that was good. I enjoyed that. I wasn't there for the first episode, but I vaguely remember watching several episodes in a row because someone else had turned me onto FTL, and I wanted to see more. Oh, below, scallywag you. Such undapperness. Right, well, I need to go somewhere, and I need to get some neonite mining lasers so that I can actually mine trinium. And once I get some trinium, I can design some fighters and actually have a fighter bay and do some awesome things. Right. Come hither. Come hither. You. Yeah. I would like to board. So, escort me. Oh, look, I've been around since your first Robocraft video. Those are the days. I was a bit younger then. Time flies. Yeah, actually, you've been several years younger, in fact. Oh dear, no one is moving. And also my ship is not moving. I am concerned. Let me slide on in. Oop. Oop, 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 oop. You know what? Although I can't easily see, VSync is on, isn't it? Let's close that and see if that improves the FPS. I'm fairly certain that this first test stream, you guys are just being incredibly polite in not telling me the FPS is awful. I mean, it looks fine on my side, but OBS has been having real problems with, like, anything lately. Like, for me, it's flawless 60 FPS, but I fancy that it's not quite as lovely for everyone else. Let's turn shadows. Well, big objects can have shadows. Shadow range, pop it down to high. Player shadows, very high. Global shadows, very high. I'll just drop. Is there no like thing that I can? Fog in there, fog quads. Yeah, we'll leave it on very high. Shaders, high. Reflections. I want reflections on though. Like super want reflections on. The FPS is bad? You didn't notice? Really? I mean, if it looks fine on your end, then it's probably just me worrying over nothing. But it looked like things are a bit slow on that side. Let me there we go. There's a game. Well, we'll see. But yes, FPS stands for frames per second. But if chat seems to think it looks fine, then it's probably just OBS being derpy on my end. But still, I'll turn down the graphics fidelity a little bit just to improve it. But oh, maybe I'm worrying about nothing then. That would be nice. That would be severely nice. Console levels. Ah, okay. That's not good. I'm a PC gamer. I don't want console levels of graphic fidelity. No. Let's just pop everything down a little bit. Complex player shadows, turn that off. Soft shadows, I can stay on. Bring that down a bit. I could turn blue on, but everyone would go blind. Reflections, background. Fog quality can be just high. Let's bring everything down just a tad. Just a tad. And we'll see if that has made even the slightest bit of difference. See, this is one of the reasons why I like to record videos, and because you see what I see. Streaming is a little bit different. Whatever happened to my series on this? I just wasn't getting the sort of viewership to sustain the ridiculous amount of time I had to spend per episode, unfortunately. I really wanted to continue it, but the episodes were getting to the point where I had to spend several... Wow. I mean, the last episode I ever made was about 8 hours long of recording, and then about an extra 2 hours rendering. It took me a long time. And it just wasn't sustainable at the level of interest that the series had. But as I was mentioning earlier, and thanks to everyone who's been so kind during the stream, I really wasn't expecting this level of generosity. Things like becoming a sponsor for me on YouTube, it's vaguely equivalent to being a Twitch subscriber, or tipping directly. That makes it, or even just sharing the video and getting it out there a little bit more. that frees me a little bit from having to worry about chasing games that will have much better viewership. It's not really how I want to, you know, worry about YouTube. I don't really want to have to worry about, like, oh, this game isn't getting enough views. I need to find a game that's more popular and all that. It's not how I started, and it's not how I want to continue, really. But when you've got rent to pay, it starts becoming something you have to pay attention to. I've entered a neutral zone. Player combat is disabled. Okay, well, that's kind of interesting, actually. I am on a wander. I'm looking for a place where I can buy neonite mining turrets from. Or rather, well, actually neonite mining turrets, yeah, or neonite salvages for that point, and then I can go to a trinium sector and just murder a couple of ships and then absorb their trinium. There we go. Oh, thank you very much, Derek. That was incredibly kind of you. Swap. Abak, check out the Ark Aberration trailer. I will do so after the stream, by all means. Is there anyone over here where I could... Oh, thank you very much, Zach. That's incredibly kind of you. I kind of want to find the turret myself, though. But thank you so much for being willing to share them with me. I need to go east-northeast. Is that you? Sorry, west-northwest, rather. There we are. Yeah, exactly, Blood Red Hunter. I mean, there are certainly times where, like, for example, if my ship gets blown, I'm like, I don't want to have to grind my way back up from iron all the way to neonite again. If there's plenty of neonite in the vault, I might pick it up, or, you know, roughly equivalent gear. And sometimes, you know, someone will just share something really, really good. But at the moment, I do want to explore a little bit more by myself. That is to say, I'm happy for people to come along. Just, I want to try and have a reason to poke around and find things. But it's incredibly kind of Fluttershy to offer, though. That was very, very kind of him. Right, we've got military area, wheat farm. Ooh, there we go. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Hello, Stone Wolf. Too many mess. What? Server's being a right scallywag to me today. How rude. It's like, nah, you can't talk, Alec. We don't love you. Oh, well. Let me get you an invite into the Alliance. There we go. And actually, on that note, Blood Red Hunter, are you already here? You are not. Let me get you an invite. Do apologize. There you go. Oh, the player's already a member of Alliance. Oh, okay, never mind then. I think everyone else is here, though. Oh, you're already there? Oh, poor Sophia. You need to be given membership. There you go. Doink. I'm a derp. Oh, thank you so much, Oak and Cody. Extremely generous of you all. As I was saying, things like that just, they free me from the kind of financial shackles that go with being a content creator and being anything. It's like, if you're a busker, you have to be aware of what are popular songs, or at least what's an instrument that people tend to like more. And you have to try and chase that if you intend to, you know, make enough money to eat that day. If you know that you've got people who are supporting you, and there's that kind of financial safety net, so you can experiment more. You can do things like 2-hour-long episodes of Divinity. Like before, well, I mean, until very recently, the idea of doing that would have been absolutely berserk. I would have questioned my sanity if I'd even contemplated it. But now I'm a little bit more free to just check things out, to try new stuff. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's fine. part of life is just experimenting. As I've said, I think change is good, as long as you're willing to be flexible. Some people get set in their ways, and they'll be very, oh, I've done this, I've made up my mind, I'm not changing my mind. I'm not sure that's the wisest course of action. I think the best laid plans are flexible, like reeds in the wind. You've got to be willing to bend, and sometimes to just undo what you've done, to swing back where you came from. If it becomes apparent that what you're doing didn't actually work out, but it's important that you tried. The journey is incredibly important in my opinion, especially with something creative like this. It's important to constantly be trying to do new things. I think it's really, really important. Right, let's make us a bit of money by selling all of the really low stuff. So, actually, they're turrets. I don't want to sell those, frankly. What I would like to sell is... There we go. Upgrade cards. Right. All of these need to go. Don't need any of them. Goodbye. Goodbye. Let's go through it slowly because it complains otherwise. Oh, thank you very much, 9. And thank you to Lady Sheila for being such a good mod. And thanking everyone on my behalf, just in case I miss them. At some point, I'll work out how to get Streamlabs to play a little jingle should someone become a sponsor on YouTube. But at the moment, I don't know how. I'm not even sure if the API supports it, because the whole sponsorship button thing is apparently quite new. I was extremely lucky to get into the beta of that. Don't need 2 velocity controls, and this one is the worst. Engine upgrade. I never use these, but I'm gonna. You know what? I shouldn't be selling blues or oranges. If I've got something that is blue or orange, I should give it to the bank, the vault. Greens or below, I think, are common enough that nobody really needs them. These both exactly the same, yeah. And I'm not going to use that. And I just don't use engine upgrades. These will depend. What? Ah, actually, that isn't too bad. That one's a better one though, so get rid of you. You know what? Let's start down here. Don't need the mining upgrades at all. Won't be using them. Deep scan range though, that is useful. Now I could actually merge these. You know what? I think I will hold on to them and merge them in a research depot. But that all being said, let's have a look at the turrets that are available. Would you say flexible like a ferret, or is that too bendy? Ferrets are quite bendy, 9. They are very, very bendy indeed. Uncle Puck, I think you're on the cutting edge. Nobody's even had a chance to set that sort of thing up yet. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm riding the wave. I would say surfing, but I know that I can't surf. So if I were surfing, I'd be making a real fool of myself. I'd probably just be clinging to the surfboard for dear life and just being plunged into the water head first occasionally, having to hold my breath. Thankfully, something I can do for an inordinate amount of time. So I might survive, or I might be dashed against the rocks at the end of it. But regardless, it would be a pretty intense ride. Adrenaline would be keeping my spirits up. Right, I want to buy and sell turrets. Titanium. Repair turret though. That's actually kind of... Oh, you could have repair fighters. Imagine that. Why? No, bad. Scallywags. But imagine that, repair fighters. I like the idea of it. I do. Truly I do. I got loads of mining turrets and other such things. I could sell a bunch. You know what? I'm going to sell. Do I really want to sell these? They're common. They're probably still good, but yeah, I'm going to commit a cardinal sin. I'm just going to sell all of my commons. If they are not special, then I shall not keep them. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. I've collected so many. Yeah, we'll keep going. Because I've got no neonite. I've got actually a double repair turret that's neonite. That's interesting. No, we're going to get rid of that one too. Goodbye. Goodbye to all of you. Farewell. Iron salvaging turrets, iron mining turrets. Yeah, I don't need iron. At all. These are not good things. I should check Rise to Ruins out. Sure. Ah! Took my eyes off the prize for a moment, and I think I sold something I wasn't meant to. Oh well. Mining turrets, yeah. I don't have any cool things here. No cool ones. Mining turret, double mining turret, still iron. So they're gonna all have to go. But that's fine now, for now. I need to carry on looking. Try a light asteroid sector about 4 to 5 hyper jumps away. Lots of iron asteroids with smatterings of titanium. I can buy them back. Yeah, I know. I don't actually mind that much. As much as I was going, I don't mind. Let's see. Is there a turret factory around where I might be able to purchase turrets? New. There is a gambling den over there, though. Tempted. Alright, let's have a look. You know what? No one's been down here, so let's go the path less traveled. Though, if you've ever actually read the poem, you understand that the whole point of the poem was to say, yeah, it doesn't matter which one you go by. I find that a lot of people... Oh, actually, east is the wrong way. It's the way I came from. Seem to think the whole point is to go the path less traveled. But no, that's not actually the point that's been trying to be made. It's that it doesn't matter. The one that is well worn or the one that is where you're a trailblazer. It just doesn't matter. I kind of like that about it. I'm picking arbitrarily just so that we can explore the map a little bit more, but honestly, the other one is likely to lead me to where I can buy better turrets a little bit sooner. But for the sake of adding another node to the map, fire thrusters. I have to say, Havoc, I loved Epic Tavern and Divinity very, very much. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it so much. Really? Oh, I guess there's asteroids here at the very least. I love the fact that my little mining ship is still getting me loads of stuff. What exactly do you have to trade? Buy, sell goods, buy special cargo licenses? That would not be too bad. Take care, Star. Thanks for dropping by, mate. I mean, I don't know if you're leaving the stream, but the fact that you've left the galaxy, you know. Oh, it's a dead-end system. Well, ooh, unknown hidden mass signature. Unknown hidden energy signature. You know what, let's go check out the energy signature. It might be something to find. This is the very first Ohio one. And as soon as we're ready, let's... Oh no, jump still being calculated. There we go. Take care, Tropical Viking. What a fantastic name, by the way. It is getting late, though. I apologize, everyone. I'm deeply, deeply sad to have kept you up. Also, you know, because I'm still a little worried about the frame rate, I will be looking into that. Like I said, still pretty new to the whole YouTube setup, so if things seem untoward, understand that this stream is my basis of comparison, and I'll be tweaking settings and finding the best things on OBS to make sure that if this one isn't perfect, and like what some of you said, it's console levels, terrible, makes my heart ache, I will improve it. And that isn't slinging shade at console players. If you're playing on a console, then it looking like you should be playing on a console makes sense. If you're playing on a ridiculously powerful PC, though, there's a point where you're like, I kind of would like it if all the money I spent on the hardware was actually being used to great effect. Right. Let's find out what we got over here. Yeah, Mangleport. Subscription on YouTube Gaming versus YouTube. Very different things. Though live streams are presented on your YouTube page as well as your YouTube Gaming page, being subscribed to one or t'other is independent. That caught me off as well. And that's completely separate of sponsorship. Sponsorship is just kind of a global thing. If you're a sponsor on YouTube Gaming, then you're effectively supporting my other YouTube endeavors as well. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to YouTube Gaming and you do want to see what's going on there, then by all means, don't assume that because you're subscribed on my main YouTube page that the subscription also carries out over here. What was just said? Want to help me pop some pirates, Alec? Where are you? It's a little bit outside my jump range, I'm afraid. Let me quickly have a look at this station, though, and if I can, I'll pop over. Alright, buy, sell turrets. What you got? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Mining turret, hooray! And salvaging turret, double hooray! Which one's the best? That's independent targeting, doesn't matter. And this is what I mean by independent targeting. There. Because it's independent targeting, it's doing a sizable amount less damage than the one that it doesn't have that. But this one has plus 10% efficiency. That's good. Ineffective against shields. Tracking speed on these ones are better. Yeah, sure. I'll buy 2. Womp. Then I'll buy the mining turrets too as well. Even though it's kind of like there. Sure. Buy 2. Yoink. That's good enough. Right, Stonewolf, if you are in the Alliance, you should be able to see us on the map. Let me see. Stonewolf, Stonewolf, Stonewolf. Ah, you haven't accepted the Alliance invite. I'll send her again, though. There you go. If you want to accept that, then I can set you up with a proper rank. But once you're in the Alliance, you can see the Alliance map and where everyone else is in the Alliance when they're logged on. You might have to go up to your mail in order to collect it. So that'll be up in the top right. Oh, I'm sorry, Zach, man. I do intend to get more RimWorld up shortly. I've just been really busy. That's honestly the only reason, is that new games are coming out, and again, as I was mentioning previously, I've got to be mindful of new releases because they tend to drive the most traffic, which in turn tends to make money basically. The RimWorld is a particular series which does well even when it's been a long series. You always find that videos drop off over time. The longer a series goes on for, the less each new episode gets in terms of views. But we will be seeing RimWorld again. I have in no way, shape, or form finished with that. So you don't need to worry at all. Alright, I'm going to try and make my way over to my dear friend Leon over there. Don't worry, Stonewolf. Everyone starts out in that same sector. He'll get you. It's okay. There we go. Now I've got to make another jump. Another 2, actually. Pop. Yeah, the new area is actually really dangerous. The pirates there killed most of us. And that was back when there was only one reinforcements wave. But regularly new people join. And so the sector becomes active again. So more pirates join in. And at this point, it's actually a super dangerous place. Do not build a ship there. Mine a little bit, then leave in your pod. Because the pirates don't seem to care about pods. At some point, we as a Dapperling endeavor are going to have to get together and take some powerful combat ships back to the spawn sector, kill all the pirates, and then leave some guard combat ships there with an order to just attack enemies and just keep that sector clear. Maybe drop off 1 or 2 salvaging ships so that you can profit from it and stuff, but we need to reinforce that area to make it safe for people. Enter coordinates. It'll be a little bit of a wait. Hey, Ava, what chat are you looking at? I am looking at the YouTube chat. Also, I should be looking at this one, but, you know. You're done with the pirates, but there are some good neonite asteroids here. Oh, well, I'll catch up now. It's fine. I've started, so I'll finish. Womp. I really love the music in this. I like the music in a lot of space games. In the X series, they're beautiful. Eve has got such a good soundtrack. Below the Asteroid is my favorite of them all. Anyone who's played Eve knows which one I'm talking about there. Ah, such a good composition there. It's so beautiful. Hello. Not much to do in here. Hello. I wouldn't leave a mining ship here because it would almost certainly get nommed. Sure you can, Acleon. Let me get everyone an invite to the Alliance. Oh, well, yeah. There was another alliance called the Dapperling Alliance. That was managed by Fluttershy, who has since joined us in the Dapper Dragon Dominion. Bit less of a friendly name, that one. I know, but I like the term Dominion. It's just me. There you go. Let's see, who else? Angel Hughes. There you are. Is there anyone else I'm missing? No, I don't think so. I think we've got everyone now. There we go. Let me assign you the rank of member. And one of the officers can set up Angel when they join. Bump, bump. I should really swap out my my turrets though. Let me quickly do that. So this is, I believe, salvaging turret. Chill. Oh. I want material, please. And neonite salvaging turrets. Let's turn on the mirror mode. Yes. That's a bit of a shame. Actually, we're fine because this can support them. So I just need to go to the Y mirror mode. There we are. Marvelous. I approve. Okay. Hey Uber, how you doing, mate? Oh no, Marco Poco disconnected from chat. Humanity. And yes, Lady Shab, you can actually sub twice. Sorry for the delay in responding to that. It's like 8 minutes ago you said that. A large group of aliens have appeared. Is anyone else still here? No. Might be dangerous for me. Let me create an evacuation route. Onto those coordinates. Leon, if you're around, you might want to jump back. I would write that, but apparently the server doesn't like me talking to my friends. It's like, nah, you don't need to talk to people. Or you might do, but I'm not going to let you. Surfer is a bit of a scallywag today. I don't know what that is. I'll have to talk with Zangi, who is the extremely dapper member of the Dapperlings, who sets up and hosts and manages and maintains all of the Dapperling, well, actually most of the Dapperling servers. We've got a couple of people who maintain like little private servers as well that they make available to Dapperlings to play on. But Zangiri more or less handles all of the official Dapperling servers. I'm gonna just sit over here and see if Leon wants to jump back. Because if not, then I can just jump out. It should be fine. You are approaching rather speedily. I'm not a fan. You're nowhere near as fast as Voidwalker is, though, which is good. You're nowhere near as fast as Voidwalker is. You know what? Let me hook up my salvaging turrets properly. There we go. Because these will actually do a chunk of damage on an unshielded ship. Hello, Rhythmy. Welcome to the stream. Your Firefox is frozen. I find that ironic, really. The idea of Firefox being frozen. I like it. Which does remind me, as cool of a name as Firefox is, I've got to be honest, the Debian version, because Linux distros, they're often completely open source, and the idea of having any software which has a restrictive license. So, for example, Firefox, their icon, their logo is restricted. That's not free. It's not in open source. It is a ship in my sector. It's calling for help. Who? Who on earth in this sector is calling for help? Is it Leon? Oh no, it's a miner. Hello, I will come to your aid. Raider, Scallywag. But because it's trademarked, they don't use it. So they had to get, they like the software, so they had to get a different name for the software, and they call Firefox Iceweasel. I think it's fantastic. I actually like the name Iceweasel more than I like the name Firefox. They missed the trick. Frankly, it would only have been improved if instead of Weasel it was Ice Ferret. I think that would have, that would be a reason for me to just never use a Windows-based browser ever again. Oh, please stop messing with the gigantic cannons. They're oh so good at destroying everything all the time. Let's get right in close so I can get my my salvaging lasers involved. Go. I'm just going to take you apart bit by bit, don't mind me. You should really actually go for your weapon systems, wherever they are. So this limb, they are. Damn it, you dodged right at the last moment. Try and shear that whole limb off if you can. I love the fact that I am salvaging you. You're just there, it's like, yeah, look, this is what is he doing? Oh my god, he's oh my god. I can imagine like sort of you imagine Star Trek with which decks have been hit, decks 5 and 7 have been breached, blah blah blah. But it's worse than that, because they've not just been punctured and the bulkheads have kicked in and all of the people are getting out. There's lasers cutting through and ripping the people out of the ship, probably mincing them into their base components as they get sucked through the vacuum of space into my laser. That's glorious. It is the most horrific thing you can imagine in terms of I am turning you into your raw materials so I can build stuff with you to kill your friends. I'm not a dapper person at the moment. Right, let's do a little bit of reclamation while we're here. Any more enemies alive? Oh yeah, there are. Actually, I should probably go and help. Let me go and pick that up because, obviously, paint, super important. Oh, be me. What on earth happened there? We had a ding, did a ding. It looks like Fluttershy's got that one in hand. Let's head down here and deal with this pirate over yonder. Oh, thank you very much. The Chibs. Chips. I have no idea how I'm meant to pronounce your name, I will confess. But thank you so much for the sponsorship. It's incredibly kind of you. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just going to suck your crew out through a hole that I make in the ship with my guns. Turn them into their base components. Some of them I'll turn into pigment so that I can paint my ship beautiful shades of red. It's going to be amazing. Hopefully you can still hear me over the sound of the combat, because I will have to adjust that in a moment. Yeah, it was the Omnisire. He bless you. Trust knowing to be all Warhammer 40k. Mind you, I did have a lot of fun role-playing in that setting. That was actually particularly awesome. Let's just continue to chop you up into bits. Ideally, lots of bits. And pop. That'll do. Thank you. So much titanium. Hello. Do you mind? Oh, it's already dead. How disappointing. Hello. Are you using trinium salvaging beams, because that's amazing. The one thing with salvages, they do no damage to shields. So if your enemy is shielded and you're trying to salvage them, yeah, good luck. That is not going to be a battle that you're going to win anytime soon. Womp. You're unfreezing your Firefox. Your frozen fox. Hello, Fluttershy. Yoink. For those who might be a little teensy-weensy bit confused, Fluttershy's name on Discord is actually Zach. So, if you're wondering, who's this Fluttershy individual? It is Zach. There we go. One of these people, just like Mangled Pork. He's got different names. Mangled Pork, Bentham. I think that was all of the bits in here, actually. Okay, well, time to move on then, I suppose. We could go and deal with the pirates, I suppose. Really, pirates are attacking again? Where? Oh, did they not learn? My lord. I mean, I'm all for, you know, not giving up, but there's a point where it's just forcing me to help you with suicide, which I'm not entirely okay with. I should at least have a choice in the matter. I mean, I guess I could just not shoot them, but come on. That's not a choice. There we go. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to do nearly enough damage to my ship to overwhelm the shields here. Some of the army are attacking, but I think that might actually be a good idea. Because I can't type on the server right now, if anyone would be interested in attacking the pirate stronghold, let me know in game, in the game chat, and we'll muster on this point, and then attack the actual pirate base itself. One day you will just be Bentham, but first I must become more famous. Then the Yorkshire town of Bentham, and the philosopher and inventor of utilitarianism, Jeremy Bentham. Yes, that is right. You have to supplant them as the one true Bentham. Makes sense. Makes sense to me. Complete sense. It's a noble quest. Scalabags, I can't get any of the loot because other people were shooting the ships too and they've got rights to the loot. Damn you people with your awesome guns. Nevertheless, I imagine us three alone are up for it. Let's actually jump to a point. Let's jump over here, and from there we'll be able to jump to the pirate sector. So, 297:2. I think that might be Fluttershy's exceptional turret. Oh, take care, Santonio. Thanks for dropping by. Mangled Pork. I like this name. Dawn Giant Dragon. Awesome name, by the way. Said to Mangled Pork. I like this name more, though, because it reminds me of breakfast. It does, actually. It does, in a way. I suspect shenanigans. This is probably space heresy right now. There's witchcraft involved. More than likely. Shenanigans, definitely. Actually, that looks like many logos I've seen. Can I come? And yeah, I got a funny feeling I'm not meant to mine this. I think this is like Stonehenge to these individuals, and they would be extremely put out if I tried to rearrange any of the bits. Though it's such an irregular shape. quite often these kinds of asteroids can be like claimed. How about you over there? Can I interact with you? What's going on? Hush! We're in the middle of our ceremony. I see. Sorry. I'm not going to disturb their ceremony. That would be incredibly undapper. Okay. Well, enjoy your ceremony. I'm deathly curious, but yeah, I'll probably not get involved. I think that would probably be wise. Clean it, Havoc. No. So there's a game in Steam Specials called Root of Evil: The Tailor. So I can only assume the tailors are the root of all evils, and we shouldn't sew our clothes. I'm not sure that is quite what they meant by it, but sure. Oh, take care, Ruba. Even if only briefly. Right, I'm gonna set coordinates. I'm going to... Who have we got here? We've got... Fluttershy. I mean, if you want to attack that, by all means, but it's gonna make the whole alliance be upset. Let them upset with the alliance, and then... Yeah, don't mess with the cultists. They will kill you dead. As opposed to killing you half dead. Okay. I'm thinking... Leon, are you wanting to join us for the pirate raid? Because if you are, we'll get ready and then we'll jump in to that location. Yes, King. Avorion is a much better game than it used to be. Much, much better. Yes, of course. Of course, Leon's coming. That's marvelous. Is anyone else on their way here? Let me know now if you are. We've got Blood Red Hunter over there. We've also got those. Oh yeah, actually we've got Yawning one over there because he yawns. We have come a long way, haven't we? Man, all the way over there. What we got down here? We've got Angel Ewes, we've got Stonewolf, and we also have Acleon. Enjoying the relatively calm vistas of the spawn area. Well played. I think you are wise. You're too small to fight. Oh no. Worry not, we shall fight on your behalf. The glory will be shared. Are you coming along, Yawning One? Or Crom, as the case may be. Oh my lord. You like a ship to fight in yet? That's fine. It's not a problem. Looks like I may have missed someone asking a bunch of questions, and I'm not sure. Maybe they felt that I was intentionally ignoring them. It certainly wasn't the case. But I will miss some things. No. Well, looks like the only one may not be joining us. So it's probably about time for us to continue. Alright. Is everyone ready? I would love it if I could actually type. Let me see if the server likes me again. No. I don't know what I did to annoy the server so much. I'd just like to state that anyone who, with the tenacity to arrange entire asteroids in a circle, much less several, cannot be up to anything good, especially in Game of Boxes. I suppose. Oh, after my Autonaut series. That will be continuing. The one problem with Autonauts, and we'll be jumping into the sector in a moment, guys. I just want to answer this question. The issue with Autonauts is it updates so frequently. Now, that is a double-edged sword. It is a glorious thing when a developer is adding new content, and there is a load of new content being added regularly. But it does make trying to keep pace with it in a YouTube series hard, especially when things are changing in such a way that they change the way that you would have played the beginning of the game, or adjust some element where you now need to spend time refactoring what you set up, because like Autonauts relies on the way that the bots act and the way that you program them, and then when that suddenly changes, or when there's now a new step that should have existed between step 3 and the now step 5, but you don't have that, so suddenly your production chain stops. It takes a lot of time to fix that off camera, and so it's very easy to prioritize other games where you can just play it and then get a video out. But again, this all comes down to the whole thing that I've mentioned a few times in the stream. And again, thank you so much to everyone who's decided to become a sponsor, as it were, or simply sent me a tip directly. That kind of support frees me a little bit more from the obvious economic concerns with having to use my time wisely and get the most bang for buck out of it. When there is that kind of safety net in place, then I can say, yeah, I might not be able to get an episode out today of anything because I need to spend several hours rebuilding something in another game and catch up to where I was reasonably before some change happened. But it's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm not reliant on those ad views today. So again, thank you so much, everyone. And Autonauts is another series that is certainly not gone. It's just waiting for the situation to become ideal again. Right. I think it's time for me to jump in. So I can't do a countdown. So hopefully you're all paying attention to when I jump out, because I'm going to die otherwise. Yes, there are tea farms in Avorion. Right. This is where death occurs. I'm going to go for the ones that are kind of further out. Frankly, I'm going to go for a cruiser over here. Leon's going... Oh, you know what? Actually, no, I'm definitely going for one that's further out. I would prefer not to be in the middle of the death when it happens. Hello. I really do apologize for how loud and obnoxious that cannon is. There we go. Let's do a little bit more damage, shall we? Hopefully it's not so loud that you can't hear me. As long as I'm at least competing with the combat sound, that's fine. Though, again, I'll be using this first stream as... It's basically my basis of comparison. And once I finish the stream, I'll be looking back on this. I'll be making notes. What kind of sound level based on what I had was a little bit too low or a little bit too high. What settings changes I have to make this as smooth as possible. It's always a lot easier when there's some sort of graphical issue, if it is what I'm seeing as well, like my own experience is degraded in some way, because then I know, oh, there's obviously a problem here and I know exactly what I need to do to fix it. But when, as is the case right now, the game is running smooth for me. It's a stable 60. It's not dipping at any point despite how many ships are here right now. But it looks like OBS is struggling to keep up with it. So there's clearly some things I need to change with that. One of the chief things you can change when something like that happens is VSync. Just for any other content creators out there who might be experiencing these issues intermittently, turn off VSync. If OBS is having issues with something, VSync needs to go first, because it is 9 times out of 10 the source of the problem. But it doesn't look like that was quite the source of the problem this time. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of experimentation. Hello, Forgotten One. The Dapperling joins the fold. Marvelous. I approve. More friends to play with. There we go. Let's continue. I love the fact that I am actually salvaging while this is all going on. I wish I was doing a little bit more damage though, but I've got a few too many weapons that overheat. Unfortunately. Let's try and take you out about there. I'm sure Leon's killed half of the... Leon and Fluttershy actually killed half of the people here while I'm still working on my thing. There we go. Finally, he's dead. Where are all the others? They are currently all trying to eat Leon. There we go. I should come. How about here? No, actually, they're all trying to eat. Oh dear. Fluttershy is being devoured. That's not great. I'll be honest. Hopefully Fluttershy is okay. Fluttershy has a pretty tanky ship though, so it should be alright. Right from there. Amak, I think you're worrying too much. I do worry a lot. I pride myself on producing the best quality in the content that I produce. And I used to be a lot more relaxed about it. I have found that lately, especially with producing longer, much more heavily edited content, where I care more about the narrative that's going on, I cut out the waiting times, like if I'm organizing inventory, that's kind of spilled out to everything else as well. Like I really care about poring over things and trying to do the best job that I can. I mean, you know, I don't think that's a negative, is. I think it's generally a good thing, you know. If you're going to do a job, you may as well try to do the best job that you can do. But at the same time, sometimes I think I might hold myself back a wee bit. I just picked up rocket pods. Oh, glorious. What be you over there? Be you you're a destroyer. Okay, I'll come in and help. We've got more people here. Fantastic. That's Leon, I think. Yawning one. There we are. Beautiful, beautiful flying purple people eater is there. I assume that most pirates only drink coffee, which is why they're so aggressive. That could well be true. Yep. Oh dear. I may be approaching a little bit faster than I intended. Let's try and strafe a little bit and avoid a direct collision. My shield is holding well then. Look at all the dagger that Crom's ship is doing. Oh, that's fantastic. Angel News, you wandered off looking for iron, not sure what you're looking for though. That is not a problem. After the stream, I will make some time and pop down to the spawn area and walk people through things wherever I can. There we go. And if not me, I am sure one of the other Dapperlings will. Yeah, it's an asteroid with, like, if you're looking at the stream right now, oh, I'm gonna collide. Yes, I can. That asteroid over there, it's actually a lot more visible in the bottom right. It's an asteroid, but it's got green flecks in it. An iron asteroid has sort of a reddish rust-colored flecks in it. A titanium asteroid has very vivid, bright white flecks. Neonite, which is the green mineral, has green flecks. Trinium, which is the next tier up, has a sort of pale blue. And so on and so forth. Each new tier has a corresponding color. In fact, if I bring open my inventory, you can see up there, Xanion will have yellow, Hoglonite will have orange, and Avorion will have a vivid red coloration. So that should help you out a little bit with working out what you're looking for. There's not too many enemy pirates here now. Speed past, attack these. There we go. Relations with the Zotan person. I mean, I'm pretty sure they were already as dire as they could be anyway. So, taking to absorb you. Ah, missiles. Go. Marvelous. I am being shot at by quite a lot of ships, actually. Big unknown ship. My lord. You've actually got a lot of firepower there. Much more than I like. I'm going to reposition. I'm going to reposition to a better location so that I can take be under less fire at once. Let me just get over here for a second. Fast my afterburners to slow down. I want to check what I've lost. Just a little bit of the, yeah, it's just a little bit of the, I've lost one of my maneuvering thrusters actually. 2 of them. Okay. I'll need a few seconds. There we go. Repaired. And back into the fray. Let's wipe out this small one over here first. Open fire. Hold it. See some fire. Did you just try to ram it? Because I think that's glorious. A lot of people have currently set up their ships with like ramming prows made of a very dense, heavy material like asteroid. So like actual iron ore rather than iron plates of armor. And it is amazing to see them just ram straight into something. Hopefully I'm not blocking someone's view of that enemy there. I just realized how... sorry, Leo. Let's see. Can you use something I can pick up? No, you belong to someone else. Actually doing a really good job of cleaning out the sector, honestly. Mind you, we've got a lot of firepower in here. Blood Red Hunter, witness me! Fantastic. Are you all shiny and chrome? Okay, wow, that was a lot of components. Actually, some of them were even mine. How marvelous. I approve. Is that all of the enemies? Have we completely... okay. This is going to take an age. Let's go wipe out the pirate dock as well. I'm wondering what that will do to a pirate sector. I think we've killed everything else in here. Yep. I do not recommend that those of you with ramming prows actually try to ram the dock, though. I have a funny feeling that the dock is bigger and will hurt you more. There we go. Actually, I'm going to want to position myself near the front of the ship. I'm moving way too fast. Where is my retrograde marker? There we go. Let's just blast my thrusters in that direction to slow down. I'm going to creep closer so I can use my salvaging turrets on this as well. That's good enough. This is going to take us a little while. I'll be honest with you. We're going to be at this for a bit. These things are horrifically hard to kill. That being said, its health is going down quickly. I guess there are a lot of us here. Blood Phoenix. Avik, you're Welsh if I'm not mistaken. Do you take interest in mythology? If so, do you know if it's true that fairies are supposedly riding corgis in Welsh tales, or is that just a rumour? I believe they do. Go. Pop. Well done, everyone. Plenty of good stuff here. Ooh, I wonder who this belongs to. Is it going to be me? Am I going to be lucky? No. No. No luck for me. No lovely special bits for me. Nope. None. What about you two? Any of them for me? No. No, none of them are for me. Poop. I mean, actually, I'm picking up some things, so some of them must have been for me. Glorious times. Very well. That was quite good. Is a redonkulous amount of iron. Oh. Well, hello, small unknown ships. Actually, quite a lot of them over there. That was a very big Zotan group. It hasn't changed. The pirate. There's apparently loads of pirates here. I dispute this fact. I dispute it heartily. The ship is damaged. Repair it in the building mode or the repair dock. Oh, what have I lost? Let's get that repaired. Okay, well, time for us to get down there and start killing things. My little mining ship is still doing so well. The wee mangled pork. Keeping the cogs of industry churning, and pirates are attacking the sector. They've come to reinforce. Ouch. Slow right Dapperling. There we go. Good enough. Try and take your shield off, shall we? My salvaging lasers do nothing to shields. Literally nothing. They can't damage shields whatsoever. And I have got such bad pitch to pitch my ship up and down, unfortunately. So getting this done is really bad. I need to have a look at the stats again, see which one of my rolls is best, which axis I can rotate on, and then prioritize using that axis to reposition my ship. As long as it's not literally rolling, then it's okay. Because that one's the least useful. Okay. Oh my lord. Well, they're certainly not wanting for enemies here. Training all my guns. I am hopelessly outgunned in these fights. Were any of those mine? Actually, yeah, a couple of them were. That's rather marvelous. You know what? I'm just going to reposition for a second and check my weapons. Maybe I've got enough to increase the firepower on the ship. Well, I've just an idea, but why don't you try doing this multiplayer server stream with Factorio? Seems like a fun way to show off 0.15. Ooh. Now there's an idea, Zach, man. That's a very good idea. That's actually a really, really good idea. I like that. I may look into it. Right, let me quickly adjust my weapons. So I've got a bolter turret down there. Let's take you off. Got you there. Let's take you off. I'm going to remove everything that isn't a cannon because I really like long-range stuff. Okay. Now then, DPS is what I want. Material is fine. Okay, that's decent. Double rocket launch turret. Let's get you right down there. Next up, we've got a double chain gun, exotic. Let's pop you there. Got a triple chain gun on the opposite side. Oh, scallywags. I guess this one has to go there because it's... there we go, another triple chain gun here though, which we could pop down on iron. And we've got one more gun we can place. Really would like it to be a cannon though. And how many of these have I got? I guess it'll have to be this one. There we go. That looks suitably awesome. Right, what's my firepower? 979 Omicron now. So we upgrade. And all of the enemies are dead. Well, scallywags. Finally killed everything, just as I finished. And yeah, this game is really chill. Like that's the thing to take away from this. This game is incredibly relaxed. Let's actually see how these work. There we go. Rockets away! Let's see what's going on down here then. Avak, love your work and hope to see more Divinity Original Sin 2 with Lady Sheab soon. Yes, you will. It took us a very long time. It was basically 2 days worth of work because the just getting the recording environment to work properly was a chore in and of itself. And there were a couple of crashes, and so we had to get updates. It was a bit of a pain, but it was really, really fun once we got through all of the technical difficulties. And I was really close to suggesting, yeah, let's not actually you know, maybe I just won't stream today, but I really wanted to. Especially because YouTube have been so kind to include me in the beta of the sponsorship. But that isn't something that everyone has access to right now. There's a very small amount of people. In fact, in the UK, it's an extremely small amount of people, like double-digit small, who have access to that. In fact, you know, I actually think the person who set me up with it said it was like 10 people had it. I'm not sure how accurate that was, but or if that's changed since. But I wanted to actually get some use out of it because, you know, it's a beta program. The idea is that I will test it and I'll provide feedback. So I needed some opportunity to provide feedback with it. But yeah, I was really tempted not to stream. I've got to be honest, I was so tempted. And to just play more Divinity, because once you play a role-playing game, you just don't want to stop. You want to get the next bit of the story. I love that about role-playing games. It's one of the reasons I was so disappointed that Pillars of Eternity just didn't seem to get the sort of traction that I'd hoped it would, because I enjoyed playing that game so much. But again, with the sort of support that I'm getting at the moment, and on that note, thank you very much, James Holman. Incredibly kind of you. So generous. But yeah, that kind of support enables me to sort of be like, well, doesn't really matter, does it? If it's not getting the greatest numbers in the world, as long as I know that I'm going to have enough money to pay my rent, I don't really care too much. I'd love to go back and actually play it all the way through Pillars of Eternity. Though at this point, I might have to start again, just because the thing with most RPGs, you lose track of where you were if there was long enough between the last time you played and your continuation of it. But I would very much like to just go back, play through all of that. I would love to play Tyranny. I am so interested in playing Tyranny that it's painful to explain how much I want to play that game. But again, that's the thing with RPGs, is they're not known for being the best YouTube series material. But if I don't have to worry too much about that sort of thing, then it doesn't matter. I can just play it because I want to play it. And I think the thing with RPGs and not being the most popular series to watch is that if people have any interest in playing the game themselves, they don't want to have any spoilers, and I can completely understand that. I mean, I'm not watching Let's Plays of Divinity Original Sin 2 for exactly that reason. I don't want to have the story spoiled. I want to be able to go into it and have a genuine, honest reaction to all of the twists and turns the story might take. So I certainly don't hold it against anyone else for having the same feelings about it. I will say it again. Try Tyranny. Dark Havoc will love that game. I will, White Star. I most certainly will. And it's amusing that you probably typed that before I was talking about Tyranny, but with the chat delay and all that. I'm not really sure how thrusters work, but why not put thrusts closer to the front of your craft? Wouldn't it make the ship more maneuverable? Thrusters in this can only go at the back, and they don't only have to go at the back, but they always face backward. It's not like ouch, Cosmetia, where you can just put the thrusters facing a different direction. We have maneuvering thrusters for that, but they're like the main engines. They only go at the back. Sorry, they only face backwards. So it's a bit of a shame, that one. I would actually like to be able to use main engines on the front. If I really want to brake, just blast the main engines at the front of the ship instead. But it does make it a little bit more awkward to set up, I suppose. Okay, well, it doesn't look like the enemy are coming back here. I wish that would update. So I'm going to jump to this location, which apparently has some stuff going on. How much longer am I planning to stream for? You've got an exam soon, but I must watch. Ah, the moral conflict. Ah. Well, Zachman. I had been considering just wrapping up here once we'd wiped out this alien, the pirate stronghold. But then I was thinking, maybe I'll just jump to another couple of sectors. I still feel quite awake. Streaming always makes me feel awake because I enjoy talking with people, and it's quite a relaxing social kind of thing. Well, I say relaxing. You're expending a lot of social energy when you stream. It's different from just playing a game by yourself. Although there's the perception that, hey, you're just playing a game, just hanging out. It's cool. Not really. There's a social pressure there. It's like being at a party. You enjoy yourself, but you sometimes feel exhausted after it because you've been socializing the whole time. You've been trying to be entertaining and engaging, and there's that about streaming. But I really enjoy my time here, so it keeps me awake. However, my strong, and I mean really strong opinion is, even if it's a live stream that you know will not have a VOD, this one will, it'll be up there, you can watch it later. But even if you know it's a one-time thing that you're going to miss out on, go do your studying, go do your schoolwork. It's a small, like, someone gave me this amazing nugget of wisdom a long time ago. It is, in the grand scheme of things, I know, like, when you're in uni, it's like, yeah, this is my whole life. I've been doing this for eons. But it is a small amount of time in your life spent that will affect an enormous amount of time in your life afterwards. If you're going to uni, if you feel that you want to pursue an academic career that is going to require the sort of qualifications that university is the only place you can get it, it's not something you can just, work on the job to learn, then keep that in mind. It is in the grand scheme of things, like when you're 40 and looking back, you're going to realize that was actually a really small chunk of my life that I had to focus on something where I really needed to not mess up. But it will have far-reaching effects. The ripples that will come away from your time in university are going to be felt throughout the rest of your life, like right up until retirement age, probably even beyond it. So yeah, in terms of priorities, that one is the priority. But with that said, I think this is probably a good place to wrap things up. I've got to see what YouTube does with this archive footage once I'm done. So, well done, Stonewolf 4K Iron. Yay! I'm going to jump to somewhere that is moderately safer. I'll actually jump back to a place where they've got a decent amount of ships there. Like, yeah, sure, like that one. I'm going to try and get over there. And then I'm going to wrap up the stream so that you are not tempted to hang around. I will remove the temptation. I know how difficult it can be sometimes. Between the things you want to do and the things you kind of know you have to do. No, so don't worry. I will remove the negative stimulus. It'll try and instantly upload it, I believe. Thank you, Mangle Book. Oh yes. Ooh. Ha! Fate has smiled upon me. The fact that you need to go and do your work has prompted me to go back along this path, which has, domino effect through fate. I have found a merchant who may indeed have some awesome things if I don't overshoot, which I have done. Slow down. Just approach. There we go. That's close enough. Buy, sell upgrades? Ooh. Now you are a pretty upgrade that I can afford, but it will cost me a lot of money. +3. Energy consumption. Hyperspace cooldown. No, I'm going to buy that one. Doink. You must be closer. Well, hold still. I need to dock. Apparently. Let me get really close. Like uncomfortably close. There we are. That is like half my wealth. Gone like that. There we go. I have acquired something rather useful. Which I'm actually going to put on my ship straight away. That will be better than this, I think. Doink. Are we doing okay? Yes. Yes, we are. Aha. I approve. I approve enormously. Look at the range I can jump now. Such good, happy times. Let's pop in my coordinates there then. That was actually incredibly fortuitous. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Oh, still calculating the jump route. That's fine. Avak, also for the server, do you need the mods that are linked with the server to join? I'm currently finishing up my Cyclops. I think the server is running fine. I don't think you need any mods. I'll double check that though for you. I use a UI mod, which gives me the extra information on my turrets. Let me just jump into some safety. However, that's a client-side mod. That just affects what I see and how it displays information. It doesn't change the running of the game in any way. Let me just go and have a quick look. For example, like here, you can see all the effective damage per second and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But I will... Oh, my lord. That thing drains a lot of power when it's charging up. Yep. Yep, that is eating much power. Much power. Very much. And so, like, I've run out of power. Thankfully, though, you see the way I've set this? The hyperspace engine is... Actually, you know what? I don't even want that in the group. I want my... This is the way that my power is trickled down. If there's not enough power to run everything, my ship systems get the most. Which is... I can't change that. Ship systems always take the most. Next down, my life support systems. So, you know, my crew don't die. Next, after that, flight assist, gyros, and thrusters. Not my main engines, but my ability to reposition and reorientate myself. Next, after that, my integrity field generators. So the energy being pumped into the structure of my ship to make sure it holds together under stress. After that, my engines and my shield systems are given equal priority. I'm actually thinking my shield system should be a bit higher. In fact, yeah, I'm going to put my shield system up there, just after life support. In fact, shields and integrity systems will be up there. So it'll maintain my ability to maneuver, and then it'll feed a little bit of energy into my engine systems, so I can actually use my main engines. After that, my hangars and my turret systems will get equal priority to whatever energy is left after that. And if after all of that, I still have energy, it'll be given to my hyperspace engines. So that will be the last thing to be charged, because when it needs to power up, it drinks power, which is kind of cool. I can send out some alliance invites before I wrap the stream up, though. There we go. Though any of the officers can. Right. Back. Oh, no. There we go. Invite sent. And the forgotten one. Invite sent to you too. Here you are. I think that's everyone. Yep. Everyone else. Other than me, Fluttershy and Leon are the current officers here. The stream dropped for everyone for a moment. I'm not sure what that was, because OBS is reporting that no frames were dropped and that nothing else was the matter. However, just looking at the side here, it does look like... No, the stream was in good health the whole while, but there was a drop in viewers. Yeah, like a few moments ago, the viewership went from 230 to 137. So you were not the only people who had it, and then it immediately recovered again. So yeah, there was probably a little hiccup on the server that dumped a bunch of people, but not everyone. So there'll be probably discrepancy between some people saying, no, it's fine, my end. No, I lost everything too. But there we are. That's it for me. I hope you all enjoyed this first stream. I would deeply appreciate, even from those who are watching after the fact, if you have anything, and like any comments regarding the quality of the stream, anything that sounded too loud, or when I was too quiet, or anything to do with the technical side and the general quality of the stream, I would deeply, deeply appreciate it if you let me know in the comments below. Because like I said, I'm going to be using this as a basis of comparison. It's effectively my litmus test. And I'll be setting up future streams based on the information that I get from this, and, you know, tweaking settings and all that. But that's going to be it from me. So thank you, everyone. I've really, really enjoyed, and I hope you have as well. But until next time, and as always, do take care of yourselves.